Marz, I need you to come up with some topics, man. I'm not gonna lie.
What's wrong with your topics?
You know how hard it is to find things to talk about?
It shouldn't be that hard. You just say something you want to talk about and you talk about it. I
Bro.
come up with the topics for the footy show. Like, that's enough for me.
I do the Gridiron show. I do this show. So that's 5 shows a week where I have to find the topics.
Yeah, you're just better than me, so
Nah,
I struggle with one.
it's tough, bro. It's a tough world we live in.
But when you're that guy, that's what you do.
I am that guy. I know I'm that guy, but like when I go on to Dub's world, like it's easy because I could just go on there and just say whatever the hell I want to talk about. When I come up here, it's like I got a plan on what the hell I'm gonna steer everything, and it's like it's a headache, bro. It's a headache. Because Dub world's just me. You feel me? So I just do what I want. I can do whatever I want. I have rules to follow over here, and those rules people don't like it, but hey, I got rules, man.
Shout out to the rules.
Shout out to the rules, bro. But I gotta talk to HR about that, man. But yeah, so this was a topic that what's his name? Love. If anybody knows Love from Discord, he'd be on Dub's World. We was talking about the two-way ability of Kawhi Leonard and LeBron James, and he was talking about that on his show, on this podcast. Go show him some love. I don't remember what his channel. Do you know Love's channel? Damn. Whoever has Love channel, drop that in the chat, man. Talking about this on their podcast, so I just thought it would be something interesting to talk about now. Who you guys think is just a better two-way threat between LeBron James and Kawhi Leonard?
This is talking about like all time, right? Not now.
Peak.
Yeah, okay. And you think it's Kawhi?
Yeah, I think it's Kawhi.
Look at us disagreeing. How cool.
It's facts, man. Facts. Because when I went back and checked like how good of a scorer Kawhi Leonard was, like compared to LeBron, it's like dang, like he clears him in the efficiency. Yeah, in the efficiency and with the playoff translation. Like you talking about his best 3 years, 2017, 2019, and then 2020. Like he clears him, which is crazy to me in the scoring department. Did you look at that? Did you ever see that, Marz?
I will say I'm yet to see a world where Kawhi Leonard clears LeBron as a scorer, but I'll take your word for it. But I've never seen that. No.
You're the efficiency. Hey, you're a fan of true shooting percentage, right?
Yes.
I looked at the true shooting of Kawhi and LeBron in like their 3-year span, and the only time when LeBron, every single time, like I think Kawhi Leonard's worst season is like tied to LeBron's best season in the playoffs.
I highly doubt that.
Let me double check it.
I highly doubt that. I'm not gonna argue with you because I'm too lazy to go find these numbers.
I'll check it.
Yeah, but I'm just
I'll check it for you.
There you go. Thank you.
No problem. So we got you do 2012 through 2014, right?
Yeah, I'll find that for LeBron.
Okay, so I got LeBron is 57, 58, and then 66. But even then, that 66 really comes a lot from the Spurs series.
Was that in the postseason? That's what LeBron
in the postseason, yeah. And that 66 true shooting comes a lot from the Spurs series, not from the Eastern Conference rounds. Not even gonna lie.
Okay.
And then Kawhi Leonard is 2017. He's at 2017 is 67, 2019 is 61, and then 2020 is 59. So maybe my bad. I was dragging it with 2014, but then even then, 2017 was higher, 2019 was higher, and 2020 was higher compared to all of LeBron's seasons.
I would say we have to use the relative true shooting and stuff, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't care enough. I still think LeBron's a better scorer than Kawhi.
Damn, that's crazy.
But for me, I'll just say this, and then we'll bring people up. I guess when we talk, I don't like the concept of a two-way player because it seems to just be if you're a solid offensive player who plays defense, you're a two-way player. But if you're a great offensive player who's okay defensively, you're not a two-way player. It's like, for example, Kawhi in 2015 would be viewed as a two-way player because he was a very good defender who was good on offense. But if you have someone like, let me think, like Kevin Durant, who's all-time great offensively and okay defensively, he doesn't get viewed as a two-way player. I just don't like how it's mainly just used as someone who's not terrible offensively, who plays defense. Like Tony Allen, not a two-way player because he's bad offensively.
Mhm.
But Sean Marion, who's just decent offensively and very good defensively, two-way player. It's like you're just trying to say someone isn't a liability on offense and they play defense. That's how people tend to just view it. And I don't like that. It's weird
Yeah,
to me.
two-way strict is mainly like percentage scale. Like a lot of people when they talk about two-way, it's like 60, like 65% defense, and then the rest is offense. It's not
Yeah,
50-50.
it's just weird to me. Like it's the whole concept of a two-way player. All you're doing is just saying, "Oh, look, this guy plays defense and he's not a liability on offense." That's what people are saying, and it's just I don't like that.
I wouldn't say it's liability. It's like you're like above average, right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine.
When people
Like
are above average,
you're a positive offensively and you're great defensively, two-way player. But if you're just a positive defensively and great offensively, no, you're not a two-way player. You're just a really good offensive
because I
player.
think Wiggins is classified as a two-way player, right?
Yeah.
And he's like you said, he's above average offensively, and then he's a great defender. So then he's two-way. It's not great offense and great defense. I see that point, but I mean that's just how people look at it. So,
But that's why I think LeBron is, for me, if you're a better, like this is when it gets clipped, it's not gonna be liked. If you're a better player, you're a better two-way player to me. And the reason I explain that is because when I judge you as a player,
okay, I know why. Okay, go
when
ahead.
I judge you as a player, I'm judging you based on how good you are offensively, defensively, all in one, in a vacuum. So if you're better, I'm valuing what you bring on both sides of the ball and still saying you're better at basketball. So therefore, I think you're just a better two-way player. Even though I like who's a Trae Young, liability defensively. Someone who's not a liability defensively. Give me someone who's just mid, but it's just like
DeJounte.
DeJounte Murray. He's pretty good on both sides of the ball. Trae Young is still a better player than him, and that's factoring the fact that DeJounte is
So he's
much
a
better
better
defensively.
two-way player than him.
Yes. And see, I know why that sounds crazy, and that's why I'll never say it. I'll never be like, you know what, Trae Young, better two-way player. But what I'm saying is, if you're better, I'm still factoring in what you bring on both sides of the ball, and I still think you're better. So on both sides of the ball, in totality, you're still a better player.
So I get that point, but
I wouldn't just say, oh, Trae Young's a better two-way player because I know that's not how it's used. But when I'm judging you as a player, I'm judging you on both sides.
no, I hear what
That's
you
what I'm
because
saying.
that's what everybody does. When people judge people as players, they count all those factors,
Exactly.
your defense, your scoring, and everything. Two ways is strictly, like you said, we look at people's ability. And if they have the ability to, you know what, I could play defense at the same time, score at a high level. I mean, not score at a high level, but score at a above average level. You feel me? Now you're classified as a two-way threat because of that. It's about how if you're a threat on the court on both sides. Trae Young, overall totality, because there's so much water in the offense, he's better.
W analogy.
You feel me? You feel me? Yes, sir. But when we look at DeJounte Murray, he's a better two-way threat because he's a threat on both offense and defense. That's why they talk about two-way. It's about being a threat on both sides, not really the totality of the player. You feel what I'm saying?
I get it. That's why I'm never going to go in a conversation where people are talking about two-way players and be like, yo, you know what? Trae Young, too. I'm never going to do that because I understand I understand what it means. And I use it that way. I'm just saying, if I like truly think about it, I'm like, I just view it as whoever the better player is technically
I feel
better
you.
both ways. That's it.
I feel you. So back on this LeBron and Kawhi thing. Even when I not use the true shooting percentage, right? Who's a better three-point shooter?
Kawhi.
Who's a better mid-range shooter?
Kawhi.
Who's a better finisher?
LeBron.
Who's a better defender?
Kawhi. Well, what years are you using?
2017 through 2020. And LeBron is 2012 through 2014.
Okay, so I think 2017 Kawhi is the best defender of all of them.
Yeah.
2019 and 2020 Kawhi, I think is worse defensively than all three of those LeBron years.
I don't know about 2019. 2020 I can give you.
2019
I'm not sure
I wouldn't push
2019.
back on 20. I think okay, if I was going to to avoid argument, I'll say 2017 Kawhi is number 1. 2013 LeBron is number 2. 2012 LeBron is number 3. 2019 Kawhi is number 4. 2014 LeBron is number 5. 2020 Kawhi is number 6.
Nah, bro, I'm not gonna hold you. I hate LeBron's defense. It gets so overrated, bro.
You
I'm
must
not
not
even
have
gonna
saw what
lie.
he did to Derrick Rose in those fourth quarters.
Nah, not Derrick Rose. Don't give me all the Derrick Rose. Did you see what Kawhi did to Giannis? Now we doing moments. What did he do to Giannis?
Hey, they were
Mm,
both the MVP,
mm,
but I mean,
Who's more
eh.
dominant? Giannis, man. Giannis,
Mm,
bro.
damn, I'm
That
cooked. I'm
headshot,
cooked.
headshot, headshot.
Yeah,
But
I'm cooked. I'm cooked right there.
I see the arguments though, with Kawhi and LeBron, like 2012 and 2013. You said 2013 and 2012.
Hmm.
But I would still favor Kawhi Leonard mainly because of the on-ball defense. I'm not gonna lie. I just think that Kawhi clears him as an on-ball defender. On top of that, he did have some good level of value off ball, not to the value of LeBron James. I think LeBron was the better off ball defender, but like I said, it's all about what you value. I value a guy more on ball than off ball because I think Kawhi could do that as well. Uh, so yeah, so I think Kawhi in 2019 and 2017 he was a better defender, but then in 2020, like people really don't consider that. 2020 Kawhi was not the defender he used to be. Like he just wasn't playing defense. Maybe because more of the offensive load, but I mean it just is what it is, bro. I still think Kawhi is better than 2014 LeBron though. I don't think 2014 LeBron's defense was like that.
Yeah, 2014 LeBron is the worst of those three LeBron years, in my opinion. Yeah, that year was weird for LeBron because I don't know, his playmaking seemed to look worse, but his scoring looked better and his defense looked kind of worse as well. I don't know what LeBron was going. Well,
It was
he
a
had
bad
going
year
on.
for him. People forget like 2014 was a bad like in his Heat days, like that was a really down year for him. Like even in the playoffs, like I keep telling people, LeBron James was dropping in the postseason through with his mid range shot.
Was that the year he had like 5 points against the Pacers, or was that the year before?
5 points against the Pacers.
He was
Was it
in like he was
2014?
in he was in like foul trouble, and he had like a very low scoring game. It was
I
2014 or 13. I'm pretty sure it was
I
2014.
I think it was because I think in 2013 he had a better series in 2013. Yeah, because LeBron only had 22, so maybe he did have five. I'm not sure though. I'm not sure, but
But yeah,
hey
he's
man,
he's still better than Kawhi though.
nah, man, nah.
Okay. I'll change the question. Two-way player, Giannis or LeBron? Like 2019 to now, Giannis or Miami LeBron? Better two-way player.
LeBron.
Because of the offense or because of the defense?
I think the off ball defending that Giannis doesn't outweigh LeBron having the scoring edge over him. I mean, the offensive edge over him on top of the on ball defense that LeBron has over him. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree, but I think it's just because LeBron clears him on offense, to be honest.
That too. But LeBron and then his on ball defense is way better, like supremely better than Giannis.
Oh yeah, it's better than Giannis. Yeah, I agree.
And I don't even like LeBron, bro.
You
Yeah, I
don't
had
like anyone. It was 7 points he had against the Pacers, but close enough.
in 2014, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like he had a 2014, bro. Like I said, that Spurs series does a lot of stat padding for him, bro. I am not gonna hold you. It was the Spurs series and the I think Brooklyn series too. It was Brooklyn, and then who else did he face in the first round? You got it there?
I got a good memory. 2014 Miami. I don't have a good memory. Let me just look it up.
It was Brooklyn, Indiana, and the Spurs. And
They
then
played Charlotte in round one.
oh yeah,
So,
Charlotte.
okay.
Get Charlotte out of here. Man.
Charlotte round one, Brooklyn round two, the Pacers round three, and then the Spurs round four.
Yeah, it's a lot of stat padding, bro.
Yeah,
I'm not
I
gonna lie.
wasn't gonna remember Charlotte's last playoff appearance. I'm sorry, I wasn't.
Was that when Brooklyn had Sean Livingston? 2014?
They might have, yeah.
Yeah, bro. Pack LeBron 2014 up, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
For some reason, the only player I remember in the 2014 Nets was Marcus Thornton. Like obviously you got like KG and Paul Pierce and those guys, but like other than those guys, the only guy I remember is Marcus Thornton. I don't know why, but shout out.
You remember Darren Williams? Darren Williams was on that team.
No, he was like a core guy. I'm saying out of the core guys, like Paul Pierce, Darren Williams, KG, Joe Johnson was on that team, I think. Mm-hmm. But of like the role players, Marcus Thornton is the only guy I remember.
Marcus Thornton, for some reason, he was so captivating when he came out. I don't know why. That's a name that everybody knows. When you hear that, you're like, dang, bro, I remember that guy. In 2K, he was a beast. That's why. I'm not gonna lie.
That's why I remember.
Oh man, all right, let's get some guys up here, bro. Hey, Junebug.
Yo.
How y'all doing, man? How y'all doing?
Hey, who comes up with these topics, bro?
Oh my God.
Raise your hands.
Man with the beard.
I think it's a good topic.
There's some strong agenda pushing.
Yeah, it's the man with the beard.
I think it's a good topic to talk about. Hold up, I got a super chat right here. It just wasn't Kawhi guarding Giannis. It was Ibaka, Gasol, Siakam, all zoning collapsing when Giannis drives with Kawhi playing on defense. Yeah, LeBron too with D Rose.
Marc Gasol was the key to that defense. If you go back and watch that series, the way they were using Marc Gasol was like the guy who would send over the double teams and like trap on like the corners or the baseline. Marc Gasol was a big part of that defense. I'd say a bigger part of that defense than Kawhi in that series, but
He did lock up Embiid, man. He was crazy.
Hey man, LeBron needed the help. He needed the help too, man, with the people around him too, man. The guard D Rose.
Hey, I think the question of who's a better two-way player is ridiculous, but
because the answer is clearly
LeBron.
Kawhi Leonard.
LeBron's still a better player.
Clearly LeBron.
Kawhi Leonard.
We talking about two-way.
Two-way, yes, two-way.
So
What's Kawhi not
it's
giving y'all buckets in the best defense in the world?
It's no debate offensively.
That's
sorry.
great.
No debate.
No debate.
Are you
debate.
LeBron is a better offensive player than Kawhi. That
No
is true.
debate.
He's better, but does he clear?
He clears them.
That's a lie.
Playmaking, yes.
That's a lie.
Playmaking, he
That's
does.
a lie.
He clears them.
That is a lie. Okay, so who's the better
LeBron-
shooter? Who's the better
scorer?
3-point shooter? Who's the better 3-point shooter?
Who's a better scorer?
But LeBron's still a better scorer overall.
Is Junebug trying to argue that Kawhi is
playmaker.
close to LeBron on offense? Is that what he's trying to
I
argue?
didn't say he was close, but I just say he. I'm
said
not
LeBron
going to
doesn't
sit here. and
clear.
say
Hey,
he
the
clears.
scoring.
I'm not here. I'm not going to sit here and say
between
he clears.
Kawhi has the edge in scoring. I'm not gonna lie.
What? But defense.
He does.
He
does.
doesn't.
Talking about
He doesn't have.
Kawhi has the edge
He doesn't have
scoring.
the edge, but Kawhi does have an all-time. Great
So, but
score.
Kawhi doesn't clear.
Wait.
He's a
What,
better
man?
3-point shooter. He's a better mid-range shooter.
Oh yeah.
right?
Okay. Based on this,
And the efficiency, like we said, you love efficiency, right? People love judging.
He stayed bringing up efficiency,
But
like
by that
he
logic,
does it all the time.
Kawhi Leonard was the more efficient scorer more times.
What the fuck are you talking about? When?
Wait, Dub, who's a better
What you
scorer?
mean, what the fuck
Giannis or
you
Jason
talking about
Tatum?
for like
Wait,
one
it's
month? You talking about his best playoff run or something like that?
And 24. We're talking about Kawhi's peak. What are you talking about?
When is
So
Kawhi's peak?
2013 to
When is
2017.
Kawhi's
I would say
2017,
2017, 2016.
When is Kawhi's peak?
Is this what happens when
Kawhi's
LeBron?
right.
He
This
won
is what happens
back-to-back
when
defensive player of the year.
What is
This is what happens when LeBron
Kawhi's
plays
career
good
high?
man.
What is career high in points per
Like,
game?
And
25,
this is what's
27,
getting me right here.
Like,
Why is
like,
that
they're
important?
not even-
Hold
They're
on.
not even close at scoring.
Why is that
What are you
important,
talking
though?
about?
We talking about
Why
the
is that
matters, bro. We
important?
talking about scoring.
Like best points
We're
per
talking.
game. Like, why is that
Wait,
important?
time out. You just headshotted yourself. We talking about Kawhi. We talking about LeBron James in his peak. LeBron James.
No.
What?
We
Talk about.
talk about. So when is Kawhi's peak?
Like
Like
I said,
2017.
2017 through 2020,
2020.
I guess. Even though 2021 is better.
And then LeBron James is 2012 through 2014.
Y'all must
Yes,
mean
LeBron-
offensively.
LeBron- LeBron's a lot of years
He
he could
peaked in 2015.
The
Hold on,
production
Hold on,
between
bro.
the two
Hold on,
isn't
bro.
far off from
Hold
each
on,
other at all.
So
LeBron's
Kawhi
highest
is
scoring season
Hold
in
on,
Miami is
bro.
27
Hold
to Kawhi.
These are LeBron fans
is
like
nasty,
coming with their
dude.
reality right here. Y'all see
You
this?
the
not
one
LeBron
that brought up. You the one that brought
I'm
up.
not
No.
LeBron.
This is nasty. This is nasty because you want to use seasons where LeBron was giving, because we act like LeBron didn't average 30 for multiple seasons throughout his career.
Oh
We
my
act like
God. Nobody's talking.
No one
about
said he
all
didn't,
time.
though.
Nobody's
So-
talking about all
so you
time.
Okay,
said-
but
you said Kawhi
like
had
AI did
like
the same
Melo.
thing. You're gonna tell me AI's a better scorer than LeBron James?
no. That's a deeper argument. But
How is that a deeper argument?
We talking about
You're
Kawhi.
using
AI
points
was
per game.
ineffective,
to use
though.
your
Because-
argument.
We're talking about Kawhi versus LeBron.
No, I'm saying you're using points per game to
I'm
clear your
not.
argument
I'm
right
not
now.
only using points per game, but if we talking about Kawhi versus AI, I mean LeBron versus AI, they're not even close in terms of efficiency. So I'm not even going to entertain that conversation with Kawhi.
But you don't want to use efficiency right now, though. So why are you using it then in that argument?
Wait, say that again.
Right now,
Wait,
we're
say that
bringing
again?
up
No.
efficiency,
I
and you're
am
talking
using
about
it.
you're talking
I am
about
using it.
LeBron
I'm
and
asking-
27.
No, I am using it, but LeBron is still at a higher volume and more points. Period.
Yeah, exactly. And plus, LeBron
No
is
one's not saying LeBron is the better scorer.
That's what Dub
We're
is
just
saying.
saying that he doesn't clear.
That's what Dub just said.
Okay, even if the scoring isn't clear, everything
he's
else
still better.
is LeBron.
Exactly.
Yeah, rebounding.
Everything else. Do you mean defensively? Because that's a lie.
No, I said everything
You
else.
talking about offense?
Offense. Okay, so what about defense though? No. Two ways.
Yeah,
so let's talk about defense. Kawhi not clear.
You talk about defense. I would
clears on defense. It's not clear on defense.
I don't think Kawhi clears him.
I would agree that Kawhi was better, but I don't think he clears him.
That's
LeBron as a hell defender was crazy. LeBron as a chase down defender was
Kawhi
crazy.
2016 is literally better than any LeBron.
We're not using 2016 Kawhi. We're using 2017 and onwards.
So 2017 LeBron is better.
So we're not going to use the biggest player of the year Kawhi.
2017 Kawhi is still better than any LeBron.
I agree. I had that ranked number one.
Yeah, that's true.
2019 and 2020, guess what? They fall off. Like, what do you want me to do?
Nah. The 2019, I'm not. I think 2019 is second too. I'm not gonna lie. I think
2016.
I think you'll remember.
He was put on team when he had defensive player. It wasn't like that before.
Yeah, that's like
LeBron from having Tim Duncan to 1 year without him.
If you want to be real, I think LeBron had a stretch. If you want to start,
who do you have in 17 though, Marz? Who do you have in 17?
That's why I said 1 year without him. I said that.
But if you just want to talk about 2012, we can. But LeBron really has a stretch of like 7 to 8 years of being just elite defensively.
Exactly.
8 years?
Yeah,
I need to hear that.
I think we are.
I want to say.
09 to 2014.
all I know is
on
right?
an eye test wise, like
all I know is defensively wise, Kawhi.
No, watch this.
Yeah, 5-6 years.
That ain't 8 though. You said
people have been riding, and I mean riding efficiency, riding the production. I don't care how it gets done as long as you're more efficient, right?
Because they definitely were saying that the other day against AI.
And guess what? When the efficiency favors somebody in every aspect to the other side that they don't like, then they don't want to bite. They don't care about it. They don't want to hear it.
It don't matter no more.
I just want to say
in peaks.
The efficiency does not favor Kawhi in every aspect. LeBron was clear in every single regular season in terms of efficiency.
But we talk.
I'm not finished.
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah. Okay, there you go. Just in the playoffs. So if you want to go just in the playoffs, relative efficiency in the playoffs, Kawhi in 2017 plus 12.6%. Fantastic.
Damn.
2019 plus 7.4%. Fantastic. 2020 plus 3%. A bit less fantastic. And then we go to LeBron. 2012 plus 6.5%. Pretty good. 2013 plus 7.3%. Basically the same as Kawhi in 2019. And then 2014 plus 14.5%. It doesn't clear for Kawhi. It's very arguable.
I'm not gonna lie.
Very arguable. And in the regular season, it's all LeBron.
Hold on, Marz.
Easily
clear. So it doesn't
I'm not gonna lie, Marz. Going up against the Bobcats and the Brooklyn Nets.
Nah.
It's not moving me.
Get to the second part in two-way, bro. We have to start talking about defense. Because
Kawhi in 2020 only played 2 rounds in the playoffs.
Like
LeBron went finals runs every single time, so he has 12 playoff series.
But
Kawhi in that time has
exactly.
two in 2017 because he got hurt in game 1, 2 in 2017, 4 in 2019, and 2 in 2020. That's 8 series to 16. I'm sorry, but LeBron
and he has a deeper sample size.
It's not a clear enough gap to say Kawhi is better.
Exactly.
The efficiency with LeBron James in 2014. Like I said, go
just
up. Wait, let me finish. Damn, that's no. Hold up. I know LeBron's your guy, but chill out.
Nah, you lying right now. You lying.
Hold up, bro. Going up against the freaking Bobcats and the Nets compared to what you talking about? What year was Kawhi Leonard plus 14?
2017.
Going up against the Rockets, going up against
that tremendous Rockets defense.
it's better than the Bobcats and the Nets. Way better.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what the Nets defense was, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Nets were a better defense.
Didn't they have Brook Lopez at the time? I don't know if he was
No,
just.
no, they did not. No, they
I
did
don't
not.
think so.
Mars, we don't have to do that, bro. We do not have to do that.
We're not about. Let's
We
not
are
waste our
about
time
to
on
do
that, bro.
Come on, bro.
Oh, I have a question. So, like,
I
why
remember,
can't we
I
keep
remember
this in
people, I remember
consideration?
people picking the Nets to beat the Heat though.
And
why
he went
can't
up.
we just-
And he went up against.
By the
Wait,
way,
and he went up
the-
against the Memphis Grizzlies when Marcus saw.
Yeah,
Zach
the Memphis
Randolph
were a great
That
defense.
By the
series,
way,
that
Marz,
series
the
was
Nets
hard.
were the
Houston
best
were
ranked defense.
That-
Houston
Houston
were
Rockets.
Houston were
Houston
ranked
Rockets.
18.
Houston Rockets are what?
They were
And
ranked
the Nets are ranked
18.
20th.
They're a better
in the
defense
league.
than.
They're
They're
ranked
Oh, then
20th.
yeah,
the
okay,
Bobcats
so that's
and the
fine.
Nets.
I said I thought the Nets would be better. They weren't, but like 18 and 20.
Oh, wait, why can't we take this consideration? Why can't, like, think about it with the roles? Kawhi Leonard was able to be a defender because his role
Charlotte
wasn't
were ranked
usually
fifth.
Thank you.
Charlotte were ranked 5th in defense. They were just trash on offense.
Nah,
Look,
Charlotte-
He's shooting himself in the head.
Charlotte.
Headshot.
Yeah, that's why they made the playoffs. There's the and like,
Yeah,
Kawhi Leonard.
Please give me
my
some of
point
those
is-
Charlotte great
Stop it.
defenders.
Stop
I'm
it.
just waiting on
Stop
that.
it.
Please. I'm just
Stop.
waiting on that list.
My point is, it's not like I agree. Maybe LeBron didn't play against the greatest defense, but that's what relative true shooting does. It adjusts for the level of defense that you're playing against anyway. And the efficiency for Kawhi just doesn't clear in the playoffs the way you suggested. It doesn't.
And plus,
No.
let's
His lowest
It
lowest
does.
is worse than LeBron's lowest.
It does.
They both
It
basically
does.
have the same middle ground, and then LeBron's highest
Hey,
is higher.
LeBron is the better overall player.
It
Is
does.
the better player.
Because
Why is
going
he
up-
I like
arguing?
Kawhi
You know
Leonard
what?
over
That,
Bron's,
that- like I
though.
said, in
Kawhi
2014,
That's not my argument, though.
2014 is
It doesn't have to be your
it's
argument.
Hey, look.
You said-
Oh, I'll
when
keep-
you
okay,
thought-
That's why this is a dumb
when-
I
argument.
said he doesn't clear
Like I
him.
said,
This
like
is
I said,
dub.
like I
When
said,
you
like I
thought-
said, in
no,
2014,
June,
it's
bro,
elite
can I-
stat. It's elite stat padding in 2014, bro. Come
Oh
on,
my
That's
god!
what-
Yo,
Hey,
the Bobcats
if you
with
wanna-
freaking
that's
Gerald
fine.
Henderson.
How do you stat that in
They
the
were the
playoffs?
fifth ranked defense. But
That don't mean
How
my
you
point
stat-
is,
how do you stat that in
my
the
point
playoffs?
is,
Utah Jazz was a great defense, and they was getting cooked, bro. Come on, we not doing
that's fine.
that, bro.
Hey,
That's fine.
Doug.
My point was that when Junebug thought the efficiency was in his favor, he was like, "Oh, now you guys don't care about efficiency." And now that the efficiency turns out it's not in his favor as much as he thought. Oh, you know what? I wasn't really looking at just the efficiency. Like you thought.
No.
Now that
My
they
thing
don't benefit
was,
you,
hold on.
I wasn't just talking about the efficiency.
Since I jumped on here, the first thing I said was that LeBron does not clear Kawhi offensively.
Which is also
Dub said
I
that he
disagree.
does.
I disagree.
I have disagreed with that, but I also say efficiently, like if we're taking the most overall player, I'm taking Kawhi at the end of the day because he's shutting you down on defense and he's going to give you good numbers at the same time. When has LeBron I'm sorry, LeBron's defense has never moved me whatsoever, bro.
It doesn't have to mean. It doesn't have to mean the point.
I'm
was-
saying,
in
but
his opinion,
overall,
Marz, you gotta
Kawhi
respect his
defensively
opinion.
clears him.
That's fine. You can think Kawhi defensively clears him. I don't really care.
offensively,
Offensively, LeBron clears
that's
him.
crazy. Two back-to-back defensive player of the years, and we're really discussing
And we're not
if he
using
doesn't
his
clear.
years, which is crazy.
First
We're
of
not
all-
using his best defensive years.
Well, when did
Yeah,
he win
because guess what?
back?
His offensive years weren't good enough. If you want to use 2015 and 16, and go ahead, but his offense is not good enough to make the argument. You can do it if you want. You'll lose.
Why don't we
Instantly.
combine them?
I'm not talking about.
I have a
2015 to 2015
Why
to
is this made us-
2021 Kawhi is not better two-way player than 2009 to 2014. LeBron.
Margin out here. You got to combine the years, bro. That's
Oh
the
yeah,
defensive
let's
years,
make
that's
Super
all
Kawhi. If you make
defensive.
Super Kawhi, yeah,
Exactly. It's not. Let's
Yeah,
find
now
it.
you
let's
get
make
it. Now you
Super
get it. Yeah.
Let me look at his offensive scores around that time, bro.
Hold
I
on,
know the next year he went
Why
off.
is the conversation when LeBron's a better player overall?
But I'm
Like,
just
he's
saying
a
that
better
wasn't
player.
his role back then anyway. He wasn't supposed to be.
Time out, hold on.
Don't compare him.
Hold on. It's not
Don't
LeBron's role to be a
compare.
lockdown. It's not LeBron's role to be a primary defender. His role is to be an initiator, offense, to be the star player. When you are the number one option, you can't spend all your energy on defense. We've seen multiple stars like Kawhi and the Clippers. He's not the same defender because he's a bigger offensive load. When you have a bigger load on one side, on the offensive side, you can't be like this top, superstar.
No,
top, you can be,
no,
but
no,
not.
We all agree that Kawhi's a great defender.
I want to
the primary defender.
I want to address what he said because Kawhi, of course, I think he was an excellent defender. I think at their best,
He's a great defender.
I would take Kawhi over LeBron as a defender.
That's
But-
we're not debating
but
that.
I think something that gives LeBron the clear edge to me as a two-way player is that LeBron was at his best offensively while he was at his best defensively. I don't think that was the same with Kawhi. Like
He's
I
never
think-
had his best at one point.
I don't really
LeBron-
think that. I mean,
I think LeBron has some of his most efficient.
his best offensive seasons was, I mean, his best offensive seasons was in 2017 though.
I thought
disagree.
it was
I disagree.
2018.
I
Even
disagree.
2018. I mean, he
I
did
thought
get
it was.
good
I
that
thought
year.
it was like maybe his Raptors year, even some of his Clippers years.
It's the Raptors, but you guys love efficiency. He was his highest efficiency
It's
against guys
the
like-
Raptors years.
against he was his highest efficiency ever against the guys like the Grizzlies, against who was the other team that they faced in the second round? I said
And
Houston Rockets. Bro,
Yeah,
he was
but I think, but even
Hey.
then, like
against
like-
good defenses. Yeah,
Man, where's Mookie
One
when you
good
need him?
against one
man?
good.
What's
defense,
going
one
on?
Moving.
Mid defense.
moving me.
Mhm.
27,
Of
bro.
course, of course, it moves you when
Moves me.
when it
Moves me,
benefits
bro.
your
Moves
argument.
me
Moves
along.
me, though.
Hey, but Dub, I
Man.
do want to have a gripe with you because
Me too.
you said this multiple
Nah.
times, and you be capping some when you talk about LeBron in the finals in 2014. You be capping.
Nah, I don't care. I watched.
Mm.
I actually, you know what's so funny? I went back to watch it.
So-
I
so-
went back
so-
to watch everything, bro.
Yeah.
Come on.
So
You-
so so
I ain't
what's
never gonna lie.
what's your argument about him in that finals?
Empty
Hey,
stats.
yo, bro, I'm not gonna lie.
So in
I don't
which
like
game?
I don't like saying empty stats. But
Say
God,
it.
but
Damn
God,
it, every game.
Yeah,
dang, bro.
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Dang, bro.
I disagree. I disagree.
man
I think
LeBron
it was
scoring stats, bro.
because I watched that finals live and I rewatched it, but I think it was like one game when it was like he was putting up like empty numbers when I think like the Spurs just had a stranglehold on that team from the get go, and I think it was made. I want to say it was like game 4, but other than that, I actually think LeBron was more prepared for the Spurs in 2014 to face them than he was in 2013.
I agree. I agree with that.
I'm not
Because-
gonna hold you. I'm not
because
gonna
look-
hold you. Going back and watching that series, you can see there's a lot of times where even defensively, because people say that the Spurs was cooking their defense, LeBron was getting cooked as well. You had Manu Ginobili beating him off the dribble, Tony Parker, a lot, Kawhi Leonard as well. They was cooking everybody, and LeBron James was a part of
Yeah.
it. On
But
top
that's
of
because they had an elite ball movement. It was
Yeah,
like they
of
was
course,
cooking
100%,
one more.
100%,
But I
but 100%. But LeBron is a part of that cooking. There was
Oh, yeah, I
cooking
agree, I
everybody
agree.
on the team with LeBron James.
Agreed.
On top of that, they kept going on runs, and they kept going on runs because they couldn't hold them. Which, in return, the Miami Heat couldn't be scoring like that. For LeBron James will find himself in positions where we're down by 15, we're down by 18. Let me get us on a run, and then once they, I think, limit the gap to like 5 points, he stopped being aggressive. He just stopped being aggressive, and I'm like, "What the hell are we doing?" And then they went on
I
another.
gotta rewatch it. I gotta
Like
rewatch
going
it.
on his team again.
gotta
Is that what
rewatch
you're
it.
saying?
I
Like, going on his team
See, I
again?
don't see how would you consider? Because I disagree with that a little bit, but how would you consider that stat pattern if he's getting his team back into the game?
As I said before, I don't like using the word stat padding. I don't. But if I were to use it, I mean, dang, you're scoring every time when you're down by 15 and like 15 and 18 points. Like, come on, bro.
See, the thing, Dub, though, I don't think that was the case for that entire season. I think that was like one game, maybe.
Bro,
two.
they were getting blown out at a historic margin.
But that was like 2 games though.
Bro, they were getting killed almost every game besides the game they won.
And game 1,
It was game one.
Game
I
one, they were getting killed until.
They give the Spurs credit though.
Look, in game 1 they were gonna win, but LeBron cramped up, and then he had to come out the game. They lost the
He did
lead.
cramp up. He did
Yeah,
cramp
and
up.
then
Yep,
the
I remember
Spurs
that.
should have been
Game
free. And then he
two.
came back and won.
Game 2, Miami won.
Oh my god.
Every game after that, Gay got their ass.
Michael Jordan would never.
No, but we got
I remember.
Give me that some credit to Spurs.
LeBron got off to a great start that game in game 3, but the Spurs, especially at the end of the first quarter, beginning of the second, they took off.
That's
And
the
then-
point.
Yeah,
But that's
I
the
don't-
Spurs. That's credit to the
I don't-
Spurs though.
but I don't
That's credit to the Spurs though for taking
Yeah,
off.
but
And like,
I think-
Oh, that's crazy. So the
I'll give
defense
LeBron
not
his
drafted.
credit.
Just the
That's
offense is
crazy.
so
LeBron
good.
out that stat pattern because when I look at LeBron in 2013, he wasn't good against the Spurs until maybe like game 4. He started from the jump, just being good in every game. But I don't think his team was ready. I think the Spurs were way
you
more
starting
prepared.
out
for
from
Heat.
the jump. You starting out from the jump, and then after the jump, you're not playing like that at all.
No. I'm talking about
You
in
know
game
what
1,
happened?
game 1, game
Uh-huh.
2, at the beginning of game 3. I think he
Like
had a
I
bad
said, game 3.
had a
Do you
bad
know
game
what
in game
happened?
4.
Do you know what happened after the first quarter?
Yeah. The fucking Spurs went crazy.
Yeah, and what did LeBron do?
I mean, no, he didn't have.
But
a
the
great,
thing
he
is,
had a-
why?
he didn't have
The
a
thing
great
is,
quarter.
didn't
we also
do-
have to take consideration. D Wade wasn't the same as last year.
he
Last
didn't-
year.
He didn't have a great. He
Oh
didn't have
my
a great
God, now
game.
we're bringing D
I'm
Wade
not
in.
gonna lie.
No. I'm just saying. Like we got to take it into consideration. I'm
No,
not
I
blaming it
don't.
on D Wade.
That's
Who's that guy
He
taking into
made
account?
after
Nigga was on
that
the
first
court.
quarter. After that first quarter, he made
What?
4 shots.
Nah,
I'm saying it's a team
like-
game. We can't just blame it all on LeBron. I agree, but I'm not a LeBron fan. I'm just
Oh
saying.
my God! If Ben Simmons did that, y'all would crucify him, bro.
June.
I don't care. What the
my
hell
bad.
is Ben Simmons gonna do
June,
with
I
this?
need everybody to understand something. Nobody's saying, you know what, LeBron James, you were the main reason they lost. No, but every time when we look back at that series, no one, just because of what the stats say at the end of the game, LeBron 28 on 50 and 50, just because y'all see that, y'all be like, we're not gonna blame him like that. No, LeBron James, a part of that team, was getting his ass kicked.
No, I agree.
No, I agree. I agree. I agree. I'm saying the
What I'm
defensively,
saying is-
you're 100% right. I'm saying for the defensive part, you're 100% right. I just disagree on the offense. So I agree that LeBron takes a hold on the defense and he's part of that team. I just disagree on the offensive part because when it's stat padding. But my gripe was, do you really believe John Stockton could do the same thing as Magic Johnson on the Lakers team? I didn't know if you were trolling that. I don't want to see if you were trolling or not.
What was that? That was on a Players Choice show?
Yeah, when it was Wednesday. Were you trolling or you were being for real?
Who knows? Maybe. We never
Man,
know.
I'm gonna tell you when he was really trolling.
never
He
know.
said
He did not
Dame
play
was
like
the
Terry
top
Porter
10
in the
playmaker
playoffs,
in the league, bro. He was really dying on that hill yesterday about Dame being a good playmaker. Like,
It's not nasty.
He's for sure.
That's
That
not
was-
nasty.
No, I was
bro.
reading the comments and they were all about Dame. I didn't watch the show, so I was confused.
he
It's
said that
You don't
Dame
think Dame's
was
a good
the top
playmaker?
10 playmaker in the league.
Yeah, he is. He is.
Name-
That-
been
that-
better.
I'm not gonna lie, that doesn't sound crazy.
That's
You can make
true.
it's not crazy. Like,
Hey,
Name
Doug,
10.
I was on your side yesterday. They was.
it's not crazy.
was-
Like,
Cause
no, they was bugging.
I saw something where someone said that you said Dame was a better playmaker than Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, exactly.
I think this year.
This year.
He's not a better playmaker than
Yeah, this year.
Okay.
Nah, look,
Oh, that's
Doug,
fine. That's fine.
Doug,
That's fine.
you know how nasty that was yesterday because we was talking about y'all was talking about
And they
how
want to act
Dame-
like I was lying.
how
said
Dame Dame will work with Jaylen Brown, and you were saying because he's a good playmaker, he would help Jaylen Brown with his game. Then they gonna switch
I
it
thought
up.
that's a lie, though.
They gonna say nah. They was talking about nah. No, he won't. And then when you start breaking down playmaking, then they want to switch it to passing.
But Dame and Jaylen Brown were clearly.
I want to hear the 10 better playmakers than Damian.
All right, they said Trae Young, Luka,
Let me hear
Jokic.
I want no wait, Jubug.
What's
I
his
want to hear
name?
Jubug.
They said Tyrese Halliburton.
Bro,
They said De'Aaron Fox.
I disagree with Tyrese Halliburton.
I disagree with
No,
Tyrese.
that's what all they said. They said
I sent the super chat. Ron was banking. He said, and they was asking him why Tyrese Halliburton. He said, because
I think they said LaMelo Ball was a better playmaker
bro.
too.
And I'm not gonna lie.
That
And I'm
nigga
not
that
gonna
hasn't
lie.
played
If I'm gonna
first.
be real, if you guys talk about this playmaking nonsense that I'm sorry, not nonsense, but the
Thanks,
playmaking
Doug.
definition that Marz has, Dame is a better playmaker than James Harden.
Oh, they said they said John Morant.
I don't know.
Gravity.
But I know for sure when I watch Tyrese Halliburton, I think he's a really good playmaker. But his assists
Let me get Ty up
do
here.
not come
They're stuck in
from
this.
gravity.
I'm not gonna lie.
Perfect
If
playmaker.
you actually watch like Tyrese Halliburton's assists, they're
Bro,
kind of sketchy. I'm not gonna lie.
Ain't only that. Hey, Marz,
He be getting assists where he's throwing it to Miles Turner on the 3-point line. Miles Turner up fakes, takes 2
Drive.
dribbles, Euro step, layup, assist. I'm like,
how's that
How
considered?
get those?
Wait,
guys?
how many-
I will say a lot of people do get some fake assists.
Yeah.
Like,
Hey,
a
I'm
lot.
quite-
I don't
I'm
like
quite
what they
sure,
count as an assist.
how many
Tyrese
dribbles-
Halliburton's getting a lot.
How many dribbles?
I saw something that said Tyrese Halliburton's like his assists. He gets a lot of assists, but he's in like the 45th percentile in terms of like getting guys open or something like that.
Wait, I have a question. How many dribbles do you need to take in order for you to consider assists? Though,
I
Like,
don't
if
think
you pass me-
I think you just got to make a basketball move.
I'm not gonna lie, Marz. Watching
That's weird.
a lot of these passes that's getting off in this, bro. There's some assists out there that should not be assists. I'm not even gonna hold you.
Stop
There's
looking
guys-
at the box score. There we
Bro,
go. See?
There's literally guys
Right.
taking 3 fucking dribble moves, bro,
Right.
to the rack, and it's like, how is that an assist? I don't
That's
get that.
facts.
It's a new age,
And
man.
in the dub, you know what's even nastier? They didn't even. I don't think they mentioned Curry in top 10 playmakers when he said it.
Yeah.
On players.
I
Nah,
would
they don't
say-
like the off ball, man. They don't
I would
like
say
off ball.
Curry.
They don't
I would
like
say
off
Luka, Jokic, LeBron.
Trey Young. I got Jokic.
Trey. I think
De'Aaron
Ja is
Fox.
a playmaker.
I'm taking Jason Tatum too.
Is Ja better than Dame as a playmaker?
Tatum.
Ain't no way Jason Tatum's better.
Tatum.
No,
Nah,
not Tatum.
You gotta get off the
Better than Dame?
You tripping with them? Nah.
That's crazy.
Tatum, we're talking about playmakers, not scores, bro.
Is Ja better at playmaking than Dame or no? I take both.
Probably.
No, I'm not taking. I don't know. I don't really see Dame.
I would be mad, but
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, you don't see
Dame is the number one scoring option on this team, so it's like when you have to be the playmaker, it's like, you know what I'm saying?
What about Darius Garland? They said Garland yesterday.
I don't know about that either. I'm not gonna go.
I don't know.
Over Dame? I don't know.
Not over Dame.
I might take Darius Garland's playmaking right there.
But
the last guy they saw was LaMelo Ball. That's the last guy.
Darius Garland's a better playmaker than Tyrese Halliburton.
Yeah, I disagree with LaMelo because I think LaMelo has potential to be a great playmaker.
LaMelo's a better
I think he's a better passer, but I think his decision making is sketchy sometimes.
Yeah, LaMelo,
It's
it's weird for LaMelo. I don't know yet.
But by Dub's definition of playmaking, I don't think Dame's a top 10 playmaker.
But you know who will be the best playmaker?
Ever.
Like the floor general, like facilitator.
Yeah, we already
like Rondo,
There's not a lot.
Stockton,
There's not a lot out there though. Marz.
Okay, Dub. Okay, is Josh Giddey a better playmaker than Dame?
Oh, that's where.
No.
I would concede to the Josh Giddey one. I would concede.
I won't say yet.
I would concede. Nah, he's a really good playmaker. By my definition, yeah.
But not for you, but it's like I
gotta watch
like even me, James Harden on both definitions, I still think Dame's a better playmaker.
Nah, James Harden's a better playmaker.
Even by the floor general running the offense.
James Harden's a better
I think James Harden.
I don't like what you've been doing with James Harden.
Yeah, man. What's going on with James, man?
You talking about Luka over James Harden? He's been tweaking lately, bro.
Yeah, what's going on with James Harden, man? Like what?
He loves to hate on Harden and Giannis.
Nah, I don't think he's hate. I don't think he's hating on Harden. It's just like been like a couple weeks.
I'm not gonna lie. If it was like ever since you got on that Boston Celtics train, every other team in the East, you've been trying to diminish their players.
Bro, all I'm gonna say is,
but this is second year.
All I'm gonna say is, right? James Harden. Oh my God. Talking about John Stockton, bro. I have watched so much of this man. And I still to this day cannot understand the infatuation with this man. Because James Harden, I'm not gonna hold you. When I look at Dame, I'm like, Dame can do this. I'm like, Dame.
Are we talking about James Harden right now?
Yes.
I feel like we different though.
I would say Dame. I would say
Better
Dame
playmaker than he was in the Rockets. He came
Is it a coincidence that these
became a
the
better
best year with Harden,
playmaker.
or is that
I'm like Dame.
I
I look at it. I'm
Dame
like
better
Dame
than
can do this.
Harden
Dame.
I feel like Dame will be more of a scorer.
Dame is not doing nothing that's moving me, bro. Dame is literally using gravity.
That's kind of crazy though.
That's what the majority of point guards do, though. Unless guys,
that's the majority of the people that just lead the team. He literally has no one else to help him score over there other than what.
How do you think Chris Paul? How do you think Chris Paul was getting guys open? How do you think Chris Paul was getting guys open? He uses gravity too.
Chris Paul ain't got no all right.
No, he does.
What are you talking about?
Chris Paul is a great facilitator. He's a better passer. He's a better floor general than Dame Lillard. But say like that, oh yeah, he's using his gravity the whole time. That's literally
I think that's 90% of
Damian Lillard's game, bro. He's running into the paint. He's outside the three ball. They're doubling him, and he's making the passes.
How do you think that pick and roll is able to operate so high? Because the guys have to defend.
His mid range is elite.
Yeah, they have to defend the mid range, just open up holes so he could get to the big man or throw a lob.
See, I think we got a different definition of gravity. When I'm talking about gravity and someone coming over to someone, I mean with Dame, you literally either have to get him at the top as soon as he coming over the half court line. You got to guard Dame. You can double Dame up there at the half court line. That makes all his passes. You're not doing that with Chris Paul.
No.
Super gravity.
It's not.
Calling for the pick and roll, coming off the pick and roll, either shooting that mid range jumper or going to lay it up. You're not really.
Nobody's comparing his gravity to Dame's though. But all I said was,
I'm saying
hold on, Jumba. All I'm saying is you are discounting Dame for using his gravity when almost every single point guard in NBA history uses their gravity.
Like who?
A lot of players.
Other than
Steve
Nash.
that gravity, man.
Steve Nash.
Even Prime Westbrook. Prime Westbrook attacked to the basket.
Nah, you said something
LeBron James.
Speaking of Westbrook, he looked at Prime Westbrook last night.
Does LeBron James uses gravity? Hold on, let me ask you this: Where do you rank LeBron as a playmaker? Because he uses his gravity all the time.
I would say he's top 5, top 10.
But why? If he uses his gravity so much?
It's different with LeBron James though. He has actual, you know what I'm saying, spurts where you can see him being a playmaker, making good passes. Good. You don't really see that with Dame. I've never seen a time where
I'm not putting Dame on that level, but Dame does do a good job of putting his guys in positions. He does.
I've never seen that, bro.
I feel like we're underrating Dame's playmaking, and some people overrate it. I think it's like a middle ground.
That's what I'm saying. It's a middle. Like you feel like Dame is amazing playmaker, and I feel like Dub is trolling. At the end
because
I feel like I've never heard anyone talk about Damian.
We need to look more. We need to look way past the box score, especially like if you look at assists to judge a playmaker, then you're just wrong.
Yeah, because to Dub's point, I do agree, Dub, that Damian Lillard is a top 10 playmaker. I don't think he's top 5, but he's a top 10 because his gravity. Because his gravity does make an impact.
Junebug. Come on, we can't respect you, bro.
And Westbrook looked like Prime Westbrook last night.
Let's not forget that, bro. Come on.
Hey, Westbrook was balling out last night. Hey,
if 5 for 5 from 3 is crazy for Westbrook.
Nah, y'all saw Jrue Holiday yesterday though.
Man, I don't care about Jrue Holiday. I mean, it's cool. It's just about time. It took him like 12 years.
I can't wait for him to get locked up. I can't wait for him to get locked up in the playoffs.
You just pulling out.
See, look at you hating on everyone.
Hey, Marz, you ready for Jalen Green to become the best scorer in the league in 5 years?
5 years? That's once Steven Silas is gone, it's happening instantly. That's what's gonna happen.
Ime Udoka, man. He's coming.
Hey, fellas, it was good chatting with y'all. I got to let some other guys up though, man.
All right, man. Hey, Dub, stop being nasty, bro.
I'm a nasty guy, bro. You got I'm a nasty up here, and I'm a nasty in this, and I'm nasty in the street. You feel me? No, that's the only way to be.
Clip it.
Houston Rockets 2025 NBA championship. I mean, NBA champions 2025. Houston Rockets.
Y'all be easy, fellas.
2025.
Oh, bro. Hey, man. You said I don't like other guys outside Boston. I just referenced Giannis Antetokounmpo, man.
People think you're a Giannis hater.
I love Giannis.
That doesn't help your argument. No,
actually, I do love Giannis. I actually do. He's one of my favorite basketball players. I will say that.
Mm-hmm. But KD isn't. Mm-hmm.
KD's not. See, this is my problem, Marz. Like,
okay, I believe you.
I am completely objective. I am. I just favor what I think is right. Like Allen Iverson. I like him way more than James Harden. James Harden's better, though. I can't deny it. You feel me? I mean, come on, man. You don't gotta do me like that, boo. Oh, bro, my bad. Marz, you want to read today? Or you want me to read?
You're a bad reader to me.
Yeah, after I got this mic, man, it's been glorious. Marz, did you tell me? No, I'm not reading this. No.
Okay. Marz did tell me he has an interesting take on this on Discord, and boy, was he right. Yeah, I definitely had an interesting take on this, and I made you watch the show. I mean, you was gonna watch anyway, but I'm gonna take credit. Thank you.
Cool. Got you. Is Kobe or Shaq the better scorer, Dub? Nah, I don't rank Biggs and Kobe's as scores together in my mind frame.
But you just say it's Kobe. We don't.
I will always pick Kobe. You want to know why? Because he dribbles, man.
That hezzy team, man.
It's moving me. We need a combat player's choice show. Like MMA, wrestling. I would love to do that. I'm not gonna lie.
We have a wrestling show,
No.
Oh, but an actual sport. Okay, yeah.
I get it. Yeah, I wasn't talking about that wrestling. Dub, is Kawhi better scored than Kobe? Higher true shoot? Nah, not for me, man. Not for me.
But he has the free point, the mid range, the free point.
Nah. Not the mid range. Not the mid range, man. Yeah, Kobe
it's not Kobe mid range, but I mean, it's a pretty good mid range.
It's pretty good mid range, but Kobe's a better finisher too, man. So I gotta. Then the errors too, man, and defenses he's going up against. I mean, Kobe, man, he's just that guy. You feel me? It's just that guy, bro. And I was using y'all logic of,
but Kawhi has more clutch moments in the playoffs.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Don't you be Max Kellerman, Marz Kellerman.
That was so crazy when he said that.
I don't know what was going on through his head. Kawhi took over 496 shots one time in the playoffs. So for Dub to use true shooting when LeBron is taking 500, 400, and 300 from Miami is nasty. Hey, he was going up against good competition, though. Milwaukee, Sixers, Memphis. Hey, can't discount that. Just can't.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron played the 5th, 1st, and 3rd best defenses. What year was that? Was that 2014?
Yeah, 5th was Charlotte, 1st was the Pacers, and 3rd was the Spurs, I believe.
Yeah, he did.
Damn, you're cooked. You're cooked.
No, watch this. He didn't play well against the Pacers, and I'm not gonna lie, the Charlotte Bobcats shouldn't be moving anybody. So he played bad against the Pacers, and he was getting blown out by the Spurs, man. So
he had a game of 7 points. It doesn't mean he played bad the whole time.
Oh, he didn't play well.
Oh, okay.
I just want to say, from the last episode, Dub went crazy on everything about LeBron. You haters just sad for some reason. Dang, bro. Salute to you, man. Salute to you. It's boo-hoo with LeBron doing something, but when anybody else does the same thing, they get a pass. MJ literally got cooked by Kobe, told Pittman to guard directly after he gets a pass. Pathetic.
He saw the exact same TikTok I saw yesterday.
There was a TikTok about that?
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure it's going viral because that was exactly what I saw on TikTok. But it's interesting. And then Kobe made a free in Pippen's face.
Kobe's a dog, bro.
Shout out Kobe.
Shout out Kobe. There's no way you said Garland is a better playmaker than Halliburton. Do you not see the way he plays? He generates damn near everything else.
Everything there, but
everything there. Sorry.
I just don't agree. I'm not gonna lie, I just don't agree.
Okay. Junebug, you've told me on Dub's podcast he was only good for 4 to 5 years. You biased toward Braun defense to begin with.
I mean, it was only elite for like 4 or 5 years. Well, 5-6 years anyway. So yeah, it's not that crazy.
All right. Let's let the masses in, man. Let's let the masses. What was that, bro?
Yo, Leaf is stupid. Yo, salute everybody.
Nah. No, I'm not. I'm getting right into this shit.
Hey, Leaf, I would like to say this to you. I want to apologize on Chilltown's behalf. As I was editing some of that episode yesterday, I seen that you was actually cooking Chilltown on the teams formulating to beat LeBron James, and Chilltown wasn't having it. So I want to give my props up for that.
Damn, Chilltown got cooked. That's crazy.
Of course, listen, I know I was cooking them. Everybody in there know I was cooking them. I'm like, bruh, he's decided to get all New Jersey with me, bro. Like, I'm like, okay.
He did. And I was like, oh, Leaf is getting the burner right now.
I'm like, okay.
Because I'm not going to lie, the only team that really formulated with the goal of beating LeBron was the Golden State
I could have came and helped you.
It was a Brooklyn.
Primo, it was obvious, bro. Like, I'm like,
I want to say it was the Brooklyn Nets.
I caught you, bro.
No, it was the Dub. Like, it literally was when I remember, like, literally Paul Pierce, KG, and Dan Williams had a press conference, and they were literally saying our goal was to get through the champions. We made this trade to be competitive.
Okay, yeah, that's 2. Yeah, okay.
I remember that.
Yeah,
still horrible trade. Still horrible.
Horrible trade, but
2
yeah,
in the possible.
Yep. 2.
2 in the possible, but the bottom line is 30. That we're gonna do it like the Maury show. The lie detector test determined that it was a lie. They were not built. They were not built to beat the damn Miami Heat or LeBron. Like, stop that bullshit.
Speaking of lies, Leaf.
What's up?
Duh, what's up with you today, bro? Like, what's up with the nasty?
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's get on that. Let's get on.
The scoring is moving me, man.
Dub,
The scoring.
you went from John Wall last week. I ain't say nothing. Then you went from Dame. I agree with you. Dame is top 8, top 9, and playmaking.
Okay.
I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
Then you went from something else. I don't even remember what you got smoked on, bro. You was just getting barbecued left and right. I'm like, damn, I can't even help Dub.
I get gas. I get gaslit.
Oh, Dub,
my
sometimes you
God.
just
Bruh,
lose.
you are
Sometimes
getting
you just
treated,
lose.
bruh.
Dub,
Every time you put a narrative out, bro, that shit turned into TGI Fridays, bro. I'm like,
Hey, bro. They lied about John Wall. They've been lying about James Harden. They've been lying about Damian Lillard. Damian
you know
Lillard
what's crazy? Nah, the John Wall thing, bro. You really tried to give John Wall a handicap by putting his best years in today. I'm like, yo, this shit is
Yeah,
crazy.
I did do that.
That was crazy. That
John Wall a
you tried to do
handicap.
that. You did try it.
All I said was 2017. Though. That's all I said. He'll be better than
It
this.
was.
2017, he was getting barbecued by IT, bro. Stop it, bro.
Cook.
But Dub, how many times we got?
Everybody was
And
getting
watch what James
barbecued
Harden.
by
And watch what
IT.
James Harden going to do in the playoffs. I promise you, bro.
Till he got
You acting
hurt.
like James Harden last season, then lay an
But
egg, bro.
James Harden is not getting outscored by IT in the playoffs. I'm
Yes,
sorry,
he
bro.
will.
Wait. Stop. 'Cause
Whoa.
if James Harden this year,
Yes, he will.
yeah. IT was balling. IT was balling, and if James Harden was there this season, James Harden. on
If
that,
this season, James, but back in
We didn't
2017,
see James Harden
no.
get outscored before.
Not by IT. Not by IT though. Come
By
on,
people in that caliber.
people in that caliber like who?
Yeah, I didn't see James Harden go back to back eight games. What do you have? 8?
8 and 8, and then what year? What year are you talking about?
What year was that when he had the double 8?
That might have been
They benched him in the fourth quarter. He got
2015.
benched.
2015 when they
got
came back.
benched. I seen
When
him
Josh
get benched and
Smith.
Dwight Howard carried them.
Yeah,
to a
when
victory.
Josh Smith and Dwight carried them. Yeah, I remember.
I ain't see that happen with John Wall going up against LeBron. And
I mean, I think John Wall needed it though.
Dub, let me test your head at. Do you agree with John Wall?
Do we get benched against? Wasn't that Chris Paul? Wasn't that the great CP3?
Yo, but Dub,
that's Dub's version of greatness, bro. Not mine.
let's test your sanity real quick. Are you with John Wall in regards to him saying that 2015 Wizards can beat the 2015 Cavs?
Don't do that. Don't do that to me. Don't do that.
What do you mean?
Nah. All I'm saying is that version of John Wall is better than this year's James Harden. That's all we're saying.
Hey, yo, hold up. Yo, time out, Dub. Yo, what context matters that? Because I try to explain to everybody under the age of 30, bro, that the NBA is WWE, bro. Like, that's just what it is, bro. Y'all need to stop,
No. What is LEEF? No, hold on. LEEF just gets No.
Stop.
From the jump, LEEF just starts chatting crazy shit, like off the jump. Like, what's going on, yo?
In the chat.
This is nasty, bro. LEEF,
why is
nasty.
Why is it that? See, you started it, bro, by saying WWE. Listen, I'm like WWE, bro. Like we know WWE is fixed, bro. They call it from the jump. The NBA lie to everybody.
The winner is predicted, though.
Yeah, but the problem is.
It don't matter who
y'all
the
think the
better
NBA is real. Y'all don't think the NBA is controlled, bro. Like,
so do you think
this nigga's
you really think that?
Bro, don't let him get this
Hey,
off.
bro, so you
Don't let him
really
get it
think
off, bro.
Stone
Don't let LEEF get
Cold
this off,
could
bro.
be-
Don't let him. All right, so we ain't gonna let LEEF get this off. We just gonna go into the next segment. Y'all sure y'all want to
You
do the
don't think
conspiracy
that,
game with me, bro?
Nah.
Let's play.
Okay, all right.
Girls gotta bring up
I
3
like the
articles,
conspiracy
bro.
game. I like the conspiracy game.
You like the conspiracy game?
I love the
You
conspiracy
listen,
game.
man.
Hey,
Do
man.
you think Stone Cold could beat Kurt Angle in a real wrestling match?
Okay.
No,
For real.
Hell no.
So what are we talking about, bro?
That's what we telling you. This is not the same.
So you mean to tell me that Suns and Mavs series last year was rigged?
If they play that game 7 again, do you think the Mavs beat them by 40?
Yes.
Yes.
Every single time?
Yes.
Leaf, I'm with you.
Let me teach you something.
I'm with you.
That
I'm with you.
happened.
Let me teach you something.
Come on
No,
now.
watch this. You can see the picture painted, right? Watch this, right? The NBA right now. Who's one of their biggest cash cows coming up right now? Luka Doncic. And what is the perfect time to propel him to a great status.
Oh,
Dang, bro, you pulling off an upset. Playing at a great
Yeah, y'all
level
don't want to do
for the
conspiracy.
Phoenix Suns?
Yeah, I don't want to do conspiracy
Hey,
with me, bro.
Maybe
Hey.
he
It's
just,
hard to do that.
maybe he
I know,
good,
I know people worse than
Maybe he
Ticket, bro.
is
Stop,
great.
bro.
Yo, it's
and
hard
the
to do
About
that.
league,
that.
and
I
the
know
league,
people
and
worse
the
than
and the
Ticket.
league, and the league
Y'all
loves
don't want to
Steph.
do this with
The
me.
league loves Steph Curry, and they hate Chris Paul, and they didn't want to see my man succeed,
This
bro.
Hold on.
Dub
So,
is chatting. Stop,
That's
yo,
why.
somebody stop
hold
him.
on. So,
Yo,
Y'all don't
That's
want to
why
do the
Giannis won in
conspiracy game with me.
it's the
2021,
NBA
bro.
fault. It's the NBA fault.
Sorry.
Chris Paul get hurt nearly every playoffs. It's the NBA fault. Hold on. It's the NBA fault that the Phoenix Suns lost 4 straight games.
Hey, sturdy. It's 2023. There's a cure for everything, brother.
It's,
What? Yo, nah,
Y'all don't want to do the conspiracy game with me,
Mars,
bro.
you gotta
Like
stop
I
this.
know
You gotta
people, bro.
you let it dub. You let it dub. He's
I
off the
watch
Henny
people.
already.
I
You gotta
watch.
stop
I
this.
watch.
You
I
got to.
watch people way
I
worse
have
than
nothing to
Ticket,
say.
bro. I'm telling you. Yeah, y'all don't want to
There's a
do
cure
this
for
with me,
everything,
bro.
bro. Hey,
No.
Leaf,
Can we get back
I
to
get
this?
into the
Let's do it, Leaf.
arguments. I get into the arguments just for fun, man, and just to argue back and forth, man. Like because we ain't got shit else to
Yeah,
do.
like
But
the
and I'm
ref
with you, Leaf.
with
Like
the
instead of
Kobe
instead of
with the
cooking Dub,
Lakers
you
finals
distract the
and
crowd with
that Lakers
the
finals.
Yeah, with bullshit. Yes, thank you, Sturdy. You peeped the style.
The Lakers finals, the ref fixed the game. He said it. He said he helped
listen,
fix the
Yo,
game
Ty, follow me
players
back on
do
Twitter,
it,
bro.
coaches
So
do
Kobe
in
it,
the
has a pink
finals.
ring?
the league do it, bro. You want to know what player LeBron had better than Shaq than Shaq, bro? When Kobe had
Nobody.
Shaq, it was Adam goddamn Silver, nigga. That's what it was, bro. Stop playing with me, man. Like
Nobody.
y'all don't want to do this with me. Y'all do not want to do the conspiracy game
Hey,
with me.
Kobe had a better player than Shaq too.
I'm
His
convinced
name's Jerry West.
Dub and Leaf go to the same bar. I'm
Playing for
convinced.
the other team.
I'm convinced, bro.
Working for the other team, playing for Kobe.
The same 2-for-1 special, and they go
Hey,
crazy on it. Go,
hey,
go,
Jerry
go.
Jerry
listen,
West, the
You know what it
greatest
is
of all
with me,
time.
context?
Jerry West, the
You
GOAT.
know what it is with
I'm
me,
I'm
context?
being light
I'm
right
very-
now, bro. I'm
Hey,
being
hey.
light right now.
Yo,
I'm at
Jerry
they
work.
West, the real
only
GOAT.
3 hours away. They only 3 hours.
I'm being
Yeah.
listen.
Not even.
Text,
Not
I'm
even.
being
It's
light
an
right
hour.
now,
It's like an
bro.
hour or
Jerry
two.
West
Yeah, they
working
looking
for
from
the
the city. They
Clippers.
looking from
Tell
the city,
Kobe,
bro.
don't
They
go
go
to the
crazy on the
Clippers.
city.
Context,
I'm
I'ma
being
tell you
light
like
right
this.
now, bro.
You know,
Yo, one
right.
mic, one mic.
You know the type of dude I am, right? This is the type of dude I am, right? I'm that type of dude, bro. I could just go with the flow, man. Like, no matter who I'm around, you feel me? You want to talk about conspiracy? Let's do that, bro. You want to talk about some other stuff? Let's talk about that. You want to rock? You want to chill, rock out, bro? It's cool. You want to go check out some artwork too and talk about some life and shit? Okay,
Nah,
cool.
listen.
That's
I'm
just
gonna
me,
say
bro.
one more.
That's just me,
So
bro.
Dub is trying to
Brian.
call himself a Renaissance
Dab.
man. This
I'm
modern day
multifaceted.
Renaissance man. Okay.
I'm multifaceted.
Nah. I'm gonna say one more thing before I leave because I'm at work, man. Listen, I know people way worse than Ticket, bro. Believe me, trust me, bro. Like,
You one of them, Leaf.
not one.
You
You
one
not
of
one
them.
of
You
them.
one of them. You one of them, Leaf.
You listen, Tex. You don't want to do you don't want to do the conspiracy game with me, bro. I'll let you know how dirty the NBA really is. Trust me.
Hey,
I got videos to prove it, bro. If you don't want to take my word for it, then you probably gonna take somebody else's word. If 10 people gonna tell you the same shit, you don't believe them, then that might be. Then you might have to think to yourself, maybe it's something wrong with me. You know what I'm saying? But listen, a great show and everything, man. Like I'm always supporting, man, everything y'all do, even though it's bullshit.
Yeah, it is.
What happened
Definitely,
to the
man.
top?
Yo, salute, Leaf.
Yeah. Sturdy, Preem, Context, Marz, Dub, man. Yeah, I'll see y'all later, man. Let me get back to my work.
Bro.
Let's
Work-
get back
Can we-
to
Profile
Dub's
pic.
And
bull.
Dub, you right.
Let's get back to Dub's bull.
You a
That's
flow
a
dude, right? What's
hardworking
good,
man.
Tyson?
That's a
OG.
hardworking
What's
man.
up,
You're a flow dude, right? But
I figured it out. Tyson is Monty Williams.
Nah,
I just figured it out.
Dub, let's get into the facts, though.
Can we talk about the topic?
Yeah, we about to. Why when Mars corrected you on the efficiency, you want to do this competition tax?
Because
Hold
competition
on, Dub,
matters,
let me finish. As if LeBron can go to commission, be like, you know what? Adam Silver, David Stern, we too good in the East. Can you please put us in the Western Conference for this championship run? Like, what are you talking about,
Let me tell you why.
Buff him out, 30. Buff him out.
I'll tell you why.
I
Bro,
don't even
you
listen
acting
to
like
that.
you acting like nobody acknowledges competition that people went up against, right? I'll give a perfect example, especially when you're in sports. When I used to wrestle, where you were from in your district or your regions and who you was going up against, that mattered. The level of competition which you were going up against matters, and you get viewed in a higher level because of that. That's not my opinion. That's how we live our life every single day. So for you to just try to discount it as if that doesn't mean anything, I'm not with that. Going up against the Hornets and the Nets, come on, man.
I didn't say it didn't mean anything, Dub. I'm saying we
You're
can't
acting
punish
like it.
players.
You're
No,
acting like it.
Dub. What I am saying, and by the way, Dub, I coach wrestling.
The numbers
but
that
Dub,
people
like
give you.
no,
Forget
when like
forget that.
No, I'm saying you can't punish players for stuff they can't control. And Marz got
it's not about punishing, but it's about when I'm trying to decipher who's better than who, like we decipher who's better than who and other guys in our lifetime. We're gonna acknowledge the fact of the road in which they're going up against, who they're going up against.
But you
That's
disregard when he told you they was the 5th best defense in the league. You just
on,
do
bro.
it to
Gerald
the side.
Henderson, Gerald
That's
Henderson and Michael K. Gilchrist.
It don't matter.
Nah, that matters, bro. The Utah Jazz were a great.
The
Utah Jazz was a great.
Bring up then.
The Utah Jazz was
I could
a
do
great
that
defense,
too.
but they got cooked. What are we talking about?
I could do that too.
But that's why Marz
Nets that Kobe and them played.
That's why Marz
for the
and Dub, this how nasty you were, bro. Like last stream, Marz prefaced his defense by saying elite playoff defenses when y'all was comparing Luke and Harden.
Matter.
But you completely discard
put in front of them.
Elite playoff defense.
Because they faced the same elite playoff defense, they just only played the Warriors. Why are you just minimizing? And then there was times. Hold up, Ace 30, because then there were times where James Harden wasn't facing elite level defenses and playing worse than that. So that should account for something too. What are you talking about, bro?
No, I ain't say it didn't count, but when Marz bring up multiple defensive playoff teams, why you discard it? It's not just the Warriors.
The only team he brought up was the Warriors.
No, he mentioned the Lakers. Right. He mentioned the Spurs.
He didn't mention the Lakers.
He didn't mention the Lakers.
I said the bubble Lakers.
Like, come on, bro.
I didn't hear that.
Come on, bro.
But then Luka Doncic, like I said, he had the Golden State Warriors, right? And the Clippers were a title contending team as well.
They were a good defense. Yeah, they were.
And what's his name? Luka Doncic performed at a higher level than what any time when James Harden went up against that. Anytime.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie to you. The playoff one, you
what's
might
the
not be
argument?
wrong about that one. But like,
I don't even know what the argument was.
It's just Ace 30 wants to be like, oh yeah, when Marz's preference is this. No, like we can acknowledge everything. And there's times where they both face defenses, and the Golden State Warriors was a defense where Luka didn't play well. But then there's other times where he played good defenses, and he played very well. On top of that, when James Harden's facing teams that aren't that good defensively, he's wet in the bed while Luka Doncic is still performing at a high level. That matters.
Primo. Why? After I give more clarity to this, we can go around the panel with it. I only said that because Marz, they started off by saying Kawhi is more efficient than LeBron, and then Marz brought up the relative efficiency. And then they shifted it to competition, an element which players can't control. We don't want to talk about. I don't know why we're not talking about how they played. I don't know why we're not talking about what they brought to the game, because Dub knows it's gonna be ugly.
I agree.
Oh, okay. And I brought up what they brought to the game in terms of scoring.
Because we could poo-poo MJ's competition. We could poo-poo anybody's competition. When you're dominating them.
I brought up what he does scoring. The three-point shooting, the mid-range shooting, which was better than LeBron. Cleared him, but both aspects. The only thing LeBron had on him was the
don't
finishing.
shoot as much.
The playmaking is what
responsibility.
Yeah. The playmaking is what minimizes the gap. But I wasn't talking about playmaking at that time. I was just talking about scoring. Now you got this is what LeBron fans do. They get mad because you talk about everything, you include everything, then they act as if you're not. We talked about all of that, Ace 30. So who you go capping on me again, like you capped on me before?
Kawhi's best.
We went back and watched the tape. You
lied, bro. That was a good short. That was a good short, Dub, and you still was wrong in that. But
he tried it. Regular season.
I'm on to Dub, bro. I'm on to
25.
But Marz trying to get in the point though. You've been trying to get
a regular season for LeBron. People say he fell off.
Marz got something to say.
Let Marz cook.
Marz been holding his hand up for a minute.
Especially if you win a championship.
Dub, I just wanted to ask, because you spoke about the level of competition. So I want to go through every one of Kawhi's teams he played in the stretch you brought up, and I want to ask you how good they were defensively. Yep. So you got in 2017 you got the Grizzlies. You said they were a good defense. Right? Then you got Houston.
They were just better. They weren't that great, but they were better than the Hornets. And
that's a lie. First of all, they were ranked 18th.
Narrative bending.
I'm narrative bending, bro.
Okay, so the 18th ranked defense starting with Ryan Anderson, James Harden, those guys.
Yeah. Patrick Beverly, Clint Capella. Yeah.
So being 18 ranked defense means nothing. Okay, so 2019 you got Orlando, good defense.
No.
Okay, then you got Philly. They were a good defense.
Good defense, yes.
Yeah, 15th ranked defense. Yeah, I mean good defense.
Yeah, mid. They were mid.
They had Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, that's right.
What does that mean?
That's a good defense. What you talking about?
That's good defense.
Good individual defenders doesn't make you a good defense.
Jimmy was playing very good. No, stop.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Then you got the Bucks. You got the Bucks. Good
because they got Jimmy later on.
We got more questions. They got the Bucks.
Go ahead.
Good defense.
Good
Bucks.
defense. Yes.
You struggled in that series. You got the Warriors. Good defense.
Good defense.
Struggled in that
series.
Then you got 2020. Dallas Mavericks. Good defense.
Nah.
Oh, okay. Denver Nuggets. Good defense.
Nah.
Okay, so what we found is 3 good defenses.
Hey, and like I said, Lamar,
been losing.
LeBron James again. There's times in LeBron James against the Pacers struggled.
Well, you brought that up. You didn't bring up Kawhi's though.
You said what?
Good defense.
You brought LeBron's up. You didn't bring up Kawhi's.
LeBron struggled more against the Pacers than Kawhi.
Chicago Bulls.
That's a good defense, though.
Was that a good defense?
That's interesting because the Pacers had the best defense in the 2014 postseason.
That's what I'm telling you. Y'all always bring up about the weak East. Y'all bring up the weak East, but what y'all don't say is the defense was played on the East, offense was played on the West for the most part. And
I agree.
It's a different style of basketball. They play a slower pace. They play less points per game, all that stuff. So LeBron is always going up against better defenses, and the West is playing better offense for the most part. It's always outliers, and usually the top teams with a third-rate defense and a 10th-rate offense or whatever. Those are the teams that advance. But if you really want to get into it, defense wins playoff games, and if you really want to get into it and match East number 18 and West number 18 and 7-7-6-6, I think we have an argument that the East might come out of a lot of those comments. It's all hypothetical, but I'm just saying, y'all don't account for how the pace slows down. The games are called different in the playoffs, and those East teams would have gave a lot of those West teams trouble defensively.
I think another thing we do is names. Like when we say the West is always better, I feel like we're going based on the star power and less about the overall team, depending on who the team is, of course. Like you were just shitting on the Hornets or the Bobcats, whatever, because they didn't have those names. But like I don't remember watching them, but I've gone back and I've researched some of the players in the team. I'm like, if we're talking about Gerald Wallace is an amazing defender. You just brought up Jimmy Butler as one individual defender.
I was gonna bring him up.
And I'm like, we can't use Gerald Wallace in the same light.
I did. All right, y'all wasn't listening. I said Gerald Henderson.
Oh, okay. What
not Gerald Wallace.
Maybe I'm mistaken. What year are you talking
Henderson.
He said Gerald Henderson. I heard you say that, but still, the Bobcats had already defense, bro. You had to be watching basketball.
But that's the issue, right?
But Tyrese Thomas is the power forward.
Yeah,
they had a good
right. It was good. It was a good
defense. Just because
they had a good team.
Just because, bro, I'm not with that shit, bro.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm on the hill, and you want to fight back.
No. Dominating the West. What gets me mad? We could understand that just because you're ranked as a top something defense doesn't mean that's who you are. The Bills, for example, right? The Bills, for example,
play 82 games.
Oh, watch this, bro. The Bills, for example, they had the number one rushing defense a couple years ago. They did. They had it.
Football is different than basketball.
The rushing defense was still a weakness in their game. They still had issues. The numbers, the rankings did not matter because guess what? That was still something that could take advantage of.
Football.
Hold up. The Charlotte Bobcats on top of that, even though they did have a top 5 defense, that defense was not really a top 5 defense. Because guess what happened? When the going got tough, they weren't able to stop anybody. They went up against LeBron James. Yeah, bro, what we talking about?
You being disappointed. The sample size in football. No. The sample size in football to rate a defense versus the sample size in basketball is completely different.
Okay,
on top of that,
we could use the Utah Jazz.
You could lose a backup cornerback and not hurt the whole defense.
What about the
not even a starter?
Jazz was a
but
defense.
He's valuable for them other sets and plays. And you could lose this one dude
the Utah Jazz was a good defense that sit here, and in the postseason, it was something different. It happens all the time. Like, would you guys act if that don't happen?
I agree with you. I think Utah's defense was skewed in the regular season versus the playoffs because then you could
y'all trying to validate. This is my problem. This is my problem with LeBron. This is my problem with LeBron. Y'all trying so hard to defend this man when he was going up against Gerald Henderson and Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, bro.
No. What you're doing is you want to harp on that. You want to harp on that, but you don't want to add the full context of everything. So let's break down the full context. Forget about numbers. Forget about all that. Let's look at the tape and look at responsibility. LeBron from the jump has way more offensive responsibility and defensive responsibility. So let me use the defensive responsibility. Let's highlight the defensive responsibility first. Is the greatest comparison I can give is Darrell Revis being Kawhi Leonard and Ed Reed being LeBron James. Now, what do you value more, Dub? Ed Reed or Darrell Revis?
Darrell Revis.
So now, okay, that's cool, Dub. But however, if you have two elite wide receivers, what happens to Darrell Revis? Can he cover two guys at one time?
No, he can't.
All right, then. But neither Ed Reed at that point.
No. Neither can Ed Reed though, because you need at least
you
need guys as
so
corners. You need guys as the corners who could sit here and actually challenge those guys to stop them. That way they're not getting blown by or getting cut underneath. If they get killed underneath, Ed Reed can't do nothing about that. You feel
no. But for example, if Ed Reed has good ball hawking skills, and identifying where he's reading the quarterback's eyes, his roaming is going to neutralize certain passes, certain crossing routes, certain things like that.
The fact that Darrell Revis can take something completely out of the game, that's something that's crucial. Like that's something that, bro.
I agree, but you have to remember.
Analogy.
Yes, but you have to remember.
Darrell Revis is a lockdown corner.
Darrell Revis. I'm not gonna lie. Context taking somebody and locking up a whole side of the field is more.
I'm with you. Listen, I understand what you're saying. Yes, conceptually, yes. However, but that's only if you have one dominant wide receiver. If you have multiple dominant wide receivers, you're going to need more free safety. Because you're going to be running way more zones.
That works for both, though. That works
for both. It's an argument.
If you have more of something, you're gonna need CBs up there to challenge them. You're gonna need safety, and you're gonna at least need two safeties.
That's my point. So let me finish. Let me finish what I mean by that. So with that being said, LeBron James' responsibility on his team versus Kawhi's responsibility defensively was completely different. LeBron had to account for 1 through 5, had to account for the playbook. Kawhi was not responsible for that. Kawhi was responsible for his matchup and then team defensively. LeBron was primarily the team defensive responsibility, and then he focused on his matchup. That's why he didn't exert a lot of energy on on-ball defense compared to his off-ball defense. Getting in the passing lanes, breaking up the offense, switching on post, switching 1 through 5 in his prime, switching 1 through 5. Kawhi was not switching 1 through 5.
So, like I said, the 1 through 5 switching to LeBron James is vastly overrated because at the end of the day, he was not doing that like that. We just got to keep it real. He wasn't 1 through 4. That's more of an argument.
He played the 5 for Miami.
But having
he could switch 1 through 5.
He could switch 1 through 5.
This is why I say this is why no one rolls and things like that is important, because the main reason why LeBron James at that point in time wasn't this primary defender was because at the end of the day he just wasn't. I'm not gonna lie. He wasn't capable of doing that. He wasn't capable of being that primary guy, in my opinion, of locking up guys. No, he was not. No, he was not.
What was he doing in Miami?
Hold on. He was not. And he was not doing that. He was not
talking about a scheme
at all.
You're talking about a defensive scheme that allows LeBron James to roam around, switch, and help.
Thank you.
That's the scheme.
That goes to my point.
That
goes my point.
No.
Thank you. You're helping my point. Because you're crediting LeBron James and his ability to the scheme in which he's a part of. Kawhi Leonard, him being the great on-ball defender he was, being the point of back defender that he can. On top of that, I believe if he was a part of a scheme that would allow him to be that off-ball defender too, maybe he won't be as good as LeBron James, but shit, he'll be damn near it. But they didn't use him like they didn't. But wait, come on. Let me finish. But The Spurs.
I could argue Kobe is just as good as on
hold
ball
on, bro.
in his
The Spurs
as
had a
Kawhi
Kawhi Leonard. They had a Kawhi Leonard where they could rely on him. They had a Kawhi Leonard where you could be the point of attack defender, and they needed him to be that. And he couldn't do anything else because a lot of times he was the only body who could fulfill those responsibilities. So if he had a Shane Battier with him, if he had who else was defending Danny Green on his team. Yeah, Danny Green on his team, but Kawhi had to sit here and be fulfilling those responsibilities.
Kawhi had Danny Green on his team too, though.
Yes, but Kawhi was the one who had to fill in those responsibilities.
You could put that same logic to offense and what
if Kawhi had a scheme
was on offense.
If Kawhi had a scheme where they allowed him to be
Kobe
off
not
ball,
a better
if Kawhi,
defender than
let me
Kawhi
finish, bro. If Kawhi had a scheme where he could be an on-ball defender, you acting like you couldn't do that on a close enough level with LeBron James.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but we take players for what they did and what they are. And offensively, LeBron had way more responsibility than Kawhi Leonard as a playmaker, as a facilitator, as a distributor,
and
as
defense.
So
and on defense, yes.
No, he
did not. No, he did not.
Let me just say this. The reason why he had more defensive, and you can say schematically, I understand your point, but the reason why schematically they had to do this kind of amoeba style defense of switching and roll was because they didn't have any center. They didn't have no good rim protection.
So you think LeBron was actually
the rim protection with Chris Paul.
You think LeBron was the better?
No, we're not saying that.
No, we didn't say that. We didn't say that.
Two-way player, LeBron.
Two-way player, but two-way player, we have to give it to LeBron.
So why you? No, for defense.
Listen.
You're bringing up all these talking points for LeBron James. So why isn't LeBron James a better defender in your opinion?
It was a better two-way player on his team.
I said Kawhi is a better defender. If you're talking about Kawhi's peak defensively, I feel he is a better defender than LeBron James. But what I'm not doing is saying that LeBron James can't do this and can't do that. I'm saying for his scheme and what he did, he was very good at it. He helped at the rim. He helped on the perimeter. He did a lot of different things. He played passing lanes and he played in spurts. To be honest, he played in spurts because he had so much offensive responsibility. Right. He's not going to cook himself on defense. So he chooses when to turn on his defense and turn it off. If you want to discount him for that, that's fine. You can do that. You can do that. I'm not saying that's
LeBron James,
but I'm just explaining why he does what he does.
But LeBron James, like I said, you talk about. I'm not going to say what LeBron can't do and can't do.
No, you just said that.
You talked about that, right?
No, you said that, bro. You said that LeBron can't.
Yeah, you said he's not. You
LeBron
said he's not elite.
LeBron cannot defend to the level of Kawhi Leonard at all. He cannot. He cannot lock people up to the level.
No, you said he can't play the football defense. You just said he can. You just said
LeBron. You said he can't be a good all-ball defender.
He can't be the primary defender. No, he can't. He can't.
But you don't need to do that when you could do 5 different
He's not the guy.
In his prime,
he wasn't the guy going out there trying to lock people up.
I agree with you.
That's the point. The thing about it, in his prime, here's the thing. That's what I'm trying to say. Schematic, I get what you're saying. You're saying that the scheme affected how we view LeBron's defensive thing. Right. But the thing about it is, you have to remember, there was a reason why it was schemed that way. Chris Bosh wasn't an elite rim protector. Joel Anthony wasn't an elite. He didn't even, until they got Birdman, they didn't have no real rim protectors. So they had to play this switch style, cut off certain drives, things of that nature to do that. However,
when he was on Cleveland and when he was with Cleveland, why is it that he was never that primary defender?
Is Big Z a great rim protector?
You want
J.B. Hickson a great rim protector? Is Borregio
after Miami? He didn't.
You want LeBron to bring the ball up the court?
What Cleveland you talking about?
Facilitate, score.
You talking about when he came back?
You want him to do all that on offense, and then you want him to play.
LeBron was never this
defense.
LeBron was never this. All right, what about with the Lakers then?
He getting old now. He got to roll.
Okay, there's excuses for LeBron.
I'm not making excuses. I'm telling you what it is.
What you mean Kawhi ain't doing?
Kawhi hasn't been playing all
right. Kawhi playing lockdown defense.
It's been spotty with
hold on. Kawhi Leonard. Great point.
Yes. He's
still
more offensively than defensively.
Hold on. You talking about Kawhi Leonard?
We're talking about Kawhi Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard in his time has shown his ability to be a great off ball and a great on-ball defender.
Yeah, he was
That's
26.
LeBron James, he has not shown us that
No,
primary
he's playing
defender.
on-ball. He's
He has
playing
never
on-ball
done that.
defense.
He's not shown the ability to be
We
the great
said-
That's
primary
cap.
point of
That's
attack
cap.
defender.
That's
When has
cap.
he done that?
I'm talking about. I'm
Come on,
talking
man.
about if he
Who
gets
he
a
ain't
switch or
guard,
something,
man.
and
In
somebody
his
is trying
prime,
to
who
cook
Bron
him,
wouldn't
he plays
guard?
on-ball defense. Stop
Name
that.
it.
And he gets cooked.
All the time. Stop it. You come on,
Like,
man.
what are you
When?
talking about, bro?
No,
Who you
no,
got
quick
cooked
question.
by?
When Kawhi Leonard's offensive responsibility started to go up, what happened to his defense?
Went down.
Oh, it was going down.
Exactly. So
Got
LeBron's been that
murdered out
offensive
there
guy
by
his whole
Luka
career.
Doncic and them was laughing at him.
Bro,
Jamal
if
Murray.
this man has not
Luka
shown you
couldn't
the
guard
ability to
Jamal
be a
Murray.
You ain't
primary,
answering my
if this
question,
dude
bro.
has not shown us
You
the
ain't
ability to be
answering
a
my question.
primary
See?
on-ball defender, what are we gonna say?
You ain't answering my question, bro. When your
Dog.
offensive
I
responsibility
answered the
goes up,
question.
You're moving like fluent. You're moving.
moving right.
You're moving like fluent. And I think the
what
alliance.
happened
That's
to
what it is.
Kawhi Leonard's
Marz,
defense
pull that
when his
back in, bro.
offensive
Pull
I
that
responsibility
back
said,
in,
I
bro.
said it went down. What are you talking
Okay,
about?
so and I'm saying LeBron's been that guy.
This alliance with Fluent is
his
fucking
whole
career.
messing
Just
y'all up, man.
just because he's been that guy his whole career. Just because he's been that guy his whole career, where even Kobe Bryant, when he had that crazy offensive load, or even Kawhi Leonard too. You know what would happen? I see Kawhi go up and fucking lock
And
up
I
Luka
seen
Doncic.
Kobe's
Yes,
defense
his defense went
step
down.
back.
Hold on, watch it.
Thank you.
Kawhi,
Thank
I
you,
see.
Primo.
Hold up,
And he
Tyson.
started to
I
grind
see
our
you could go
tests. They
check the
start
tape.
getting players
You
with
seen
length
Kawhi Leonard in
that can
2020
help Kobe.
go out there and go lock up Luka Doncic. You seen Kobe step up in moments.
Lock
go
up Luka
the best.
Doncic?
Yes, he was. Go back and check 2020. Yes, he was. I remember that series with the best of me. He was going up.
Who
And
locked up
locked
Luka Doncic?
yes, he was.
Mars.
Who?
I need some-
And
Did
that's
Luke-
why.
did
and
I
Kawhi
watched
Leonard
that.
lock
You
up
talking
Luka
about the
Doncic?
bubble?
Now, Marz gonna
He
let
slowed. He slowed him down. He slowed him down.
Hey,
He
But-
said the bubble.
and
He
Marz
locked
said
up
that
Luka
Luka
Doncic-
Doncic.
He was cooking everyone else though.
And
He was
yeah,
bodying
Luka
them
Doncic-
boys. He got
Luka
hurt.
Doncic-
He did slow him
Luka
down. I'll say
Hold
that.
on,
He
hold
did
on,
slow
hold
him
on,
down.
hold on, hold on.
Start keeping it
Luka
real. That
Doncic-
ankle got
Luka Doncic,
twisted or something.
Giannis
It did.
Antetokounmpo, him going on ball and Giannis Antetokounmpo well. We have not seen LeBron James do that.
Yeah.
Even
No,
when-
no, but
even
he being
when-
facetious.
wait,
No,
wait,
no, no,
time
no.
out,
Don't
time
be
out,
honest.
time out,
Same
time out,
East
Because
that you talking
schematically,
about.
Let me
Toronto-
finish, bro. Time out.
LeBron ran through that same
We have
East
not
the last year
We have not seen LeBron James
with
do that
bums.
at all. Even when you
Oh, see, Dub don't want to talk about
with the
Tyson.
logic of
Get the
hold on,
mic.
hold on,
Get the
Tyson.
mic for me.
with the logic of LeBron had to do it in spurts. He didn't even show us that he could do it in spurts. So
But
what are we
this
talking about?
19 season
I
that you
disagree with that. I disagree
glorifying,
with that.
When?
LeBron was just there the last year and dominated it. With bums,
What?
scrubs.
What?
The Kawhi Leonard that you said went up against all these people that one year, Milwaukee Bucks and all that. I seen LeBron the year before that run through that and average like 35 points a game through there.
That East was
with
far
scrubs.
better. That East was far better in 2019 than in 2018.
Oh, it was just one year.
Yeah, and 1 year can make a difference. No, watch this. When the
It
Bucks
was
were
just so much greater.
Were the Sixers better in 2018 than in were
It was
2018
just
and
so much
2019?
greater.
Were the Sixers better in 2018 than in 2019?
They was good, didn't they? Was good that year.
Were the
too.
Raptors?
They
Were the
just-
Raptors?
Okay, I see your point.
Were the Raptors?
The Raptors were
Celtics
Kawhi's
start.
team. The Raptors were Kawhi's team.
Were the
so-
Raptors? Were the Raptors better in 2018 than 2019?
Kawhi played on the Raptors, though.
Yeah, that doesn't-
That's my point. The East and
They're the
doesn't
same
help.
squad.
Kawhi
They
can't play against himself.
plugged in Kawhi.
what are you talking about?
Talking about the teams Kawhi went up against. You can't use Kawhi's team.
No, what are you talking about? I'm talking about.
He's talking about the teams Kawhi went up
No,
against.
no,
Yeah.
Mars, you're not even.
You can't
listening.
use Kawhi's team.
Mars,
That
you're
doesn't
not
make sense.
listening. He's talking about the
Of
East.
course, the
He's talking
Raptors
about
gonna be
LeBron
better when
James.
you plug
He's talking
He's
in
about
talking about the
top
East
five
Kawhi
players.
went through versus the East LeBron went through. You can't
Okay,
use
yes.
Kawhi's team as the
No,
team
no,
that
no,
Kawhi
no,
went through.
Mars.
You can't do that.
Now you're not hearing my point.
All right, go
Your
ahead.
point is irrelevant. That's what I'm
No,
saying.
no,
It's
Mars.
irrelevant.
See,
It's
you're being
all
irrelevant
sluck.
right now by interjecting in this conversation.
Go ahead, though.
You're talking because I told Primo, I said the East was better in 2019 than in 2018. He said, "How can a year make a difference?"
I ain't
And I'm
saying
saying-
it wasn't that much.
So
I
then
just
I'm
said it
telling
wasn't
him
that much better.
in a year,
It
the
just wasn't,
Raptors
though.
got better in a year. The Bucks got better in a year.
'Cause
The
they
Sixers
adequate.
got
You
better
can't-
in a year. That's it is what it is. It happened. So the whole point
The
of
Sixers
oh,
was
man,
good
the year
last
can't change
year.
everything like that. That's my point, Marz. A year did make a fucking
No,
difference.
I agree. A year made a difference.
Don't interject in the conversation that you don't know what's going on. Bro.
I know what was going on. You used the Raptors. That was dumb. That was dumb. That was dumb.
No, you being dumb.
No. You said something dumb, so I said it. You said something dumb, so I said it.
You interjected in the conversation that you were not a part of.
Hey, Ty,
you were still wrong. You were still wrong.
The favorite to go to the final day. Or was it the Raptors?
Hold that L, Marz.
You were
Just
wrong.
hold that L.
You were wrong.
Like you did against Bill James.
Everybody was
You were saying something dumb. You were saying something dumb. You were saying something dumb. You were saying something
When you
dumb.
take your L, you just got to take your L.
You were saying something dumb.
He's on the head.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
You got to
It
take
doesn't
this
make
slaughter.
Conversation.
Yes, I can interject when you say something dumb. I've been hearing stupidity for 30 minutes.
You said
Thank you.
I was hearing stupidity for 30 minutes. The dumbest shit.
I'm about to
That's fine. And guess what? You have something to say.
2019 Cavs. What are you talking about, Marz?
Here's okay.
Sit
Dub.
down.
Dub. This is exactly what happened.
Marz.
Dub. This is exactly what happened.
Marz.
He said, and I will say this until you stop talking. He said the 2019 Raptors went against the Eastern Conference and LeBron ran through the year before. And then in order to disprove him, you spoke about the Toronto Raptors that Kawhi was on. He can't go through his own team, Dub.
And this
That
is why
doesn't
I
make
say.
sense.
This is why I say.
There was no reason to bring them up.
And this
There
is why
was
I
no
say.
reason to
You're
bring
not
them up.
listening, Marz.
There was no Dub. I know what you said. There was no reason for you to bring up the Toronto Raptors. There was no reason to do that. There was no reason to do
you're
that.
not listening, Marz.
I heard you.
Let me
You said
tell
the
you what
East got
happened.
better,
Because
but you
obviously
mentioned
your
the
ears need to
team
between your
with
ears.
Kawhi
You don't hear
on
shit
it.
Go on,
that's
Dub.
going
Go on, Dub. Go on, Dub.
Because Primo's exact words.
Mm-hmm.
How can a year make that much of a difference? So then I said, bet. Let's see. I didn't say, but let's see how much a year made a fucking difference. So I talked about the Raptors. I talked about the Sixers. I talked about the Bucks, showing and demonstrating how a year can change the outcome of how the 2018 East was far worse than the 2019 East. So again, sit down because
no.
Okay,
and I'm gonna respond. You did the perfect ticket thing right there, where you heard 1 point and ran with it. The whole point he made was Kawhi went through an East and LeBron went through an East the year before. That was the first part of the point. You ignored that bit and let's look at what the East was like. His first point, the whole reason he made the point was he was talking about the teams that Kawhi had to go through. So you bringing up Kawhi's team, like I said 2 minutes ago, is dumb.
But even
it
then,
is dumb.
Marz,
it is
Marz,
stupid.
Marz,
it is ridiculous. It is very
and
mentally
here you
inept
go.
of you to do that. That doesn't make sense. You heard one part, you went on your ticket mode, heard one part of your argument and made the whole argument. That's not what he did.
Here you go again, Marz. Here you
That's
go
not what he
again,
did.
Marz, talking bullshit. Because he said something. So then I started pivoting to something
and address
else
1 point
to clarify something for him, to clarify an understanding of how much a year can make a difference.
Yes, you're being dumb.
You're being dumb. You're being dumb and ignorant right now by not hearing that point.
No, I heard that point. That point didn't address his point. That's what I'm saying.
Before you interjected,
take
we were
this
going to
one,
talk
Dub.
about the
Dub, just
competition.
take this
No. Watch this. Before you interjected, we would have talked about the competition of what Kawhi was going through or what LeBron was going at. But again, here you go interjecting because you want to sound smart so fucking much that you did not sit here and understand the point that was being made. So sit down.
Your point
and
didn't
stay in your
relate to
lane.
him. That's my point.
Sit down and stay in your lane.
Your point didn't relate to what he said.
No.
Your point didn't relate to what he said.
Marz, I'm creating a different point for him to understand how much a year can make a difference.
You're doing what I'm saying.
You're doing what you're getting mad at me for doing.
No, what I'm doing is saying you didn't address his point. What I'm doing is saying you didn't address his point. And that's what you're doing. You're getting mad at me. Yeah, I didn't address his point, but I'm making a different point. So you're agreeing with me.
You're getting mad at me. You're getting mad at me for doing the same exact thing.
Break it up.
I'm telling you exactly what's the argument, but you're not listening to that at all. What are you talking about, bro?
Each man to their corner, take a little sip of water.
My whole point was you didn't address his point, and you agree that you didn't address his point.
How are you gonna get mad if you're doing the same thing, Marz?
Because
your point is better. That's what he's gonna say. His point is better. Come on, Marz.
That's not what I'm gonna say. That's not what I'm gonna say.
Stop.
You were talking to Primo. Primo made his point that Kawhi went through an East, LeBron went through the East the year before. That he did the exact same thing with a worse team. Then you went and said, well, the East was much better the next year. Let's talk about the Bucks, Philly, etc. I agree. Bucks and Philly, much better teams. I agree.
You then brought up the Toronto Raptors, which is the whole point I addressed, which was dumb. Kawhi can't go through his own team. That doesn't make sense.
Giannis wasn't ready to win.
And then you said, "Oh, I know I wasn't addressing his whole point. I was making my own point." So you did exactly what I just said you did. You're agreeing with me, but shouting. That doesn't make sense.
Marz,
I said you made a different point, and then you're like, "Yeah, I did make a different point."
You're interjecting. You're criticizing.
Your point didn't address what he said.
Marz, you're criticizing me for something that you won't even know what I was talking about.
No,
you don't know what I was talking.
I'm criticizing.
No. Stop. Because you just chatted all this bullshit.
There you go.
His exact words was, "A year doesn't make that much of a difference." So then, to clarify for Primo, to create more of an understanding, because that's what you're supposed to do. You clarify things to create an understanding. Give him clear examples of how a team from one year got extremely better the next year. That's what I did. And then I would have talked about the time.
Who, the Raptors?
And here you go again, Marz. You keep trying to
like
say your point.
You
keep trying to talk about this point and harping on. No, you're not addressing what he said.
I
Marz,
love it.
he said
Who got
something and I
better?
had to correct it.
What
and
team got
Here's the thing.
super better?
I agree with what you were saying. I agree.
Then
But you have to make it relate.
No, because I don't see this the thing. Me agreeing with the overall premise.
You're just wrong, bro. You're just wrong.
That's fine. Me agreeing with the overall premise is fine. I can agree with someone who has LeBron as the GOAT and still disagree with what they're saying. I agree the East was better in 2019 than 2018. That's not the point I'm making, and that's what people in the chat aren't understanding. I'm not agreeing with what Primo said. I'm not agreeing that the East was basically the same 2019 and 2018. I don't agree with that. See, he can say that, and I disagree. What I disagreed with, and chat, I'm saying this to you because you guys are saying I'm wrong, because you guys are very slow, and I'm not going to use the word.
You're just wrong, Marz. You're
I'm not finished.
right
I'm
now.
not finished.
No, you can't.
I am not finished.
When you the one acting.
Let Marz get it off.
Here's what I'm saying. The point
you can't mute people on this show, but what are you talking about?
Yes, I can. I can mute people if I want.
Ben Simmons was
what I am saying, and chat, if you open your ears, you will understand. And you don't have to agree with me, chat, because it's common sense. If you don't have common sense, that's fine. What I'm saying is the East was better in 2019 and 2018. I agree with that point Dub was making. I disagree with Primo. What I disagree with Dub on, and what I was talking about, is the fact that bringing up the Toronto Raptors at the time he did, addressing Primo's point, wouldn't make sense, because that's like bringing up the Cleveland Cavaliers in 2018 and saying the East had competition.
When Primo
for LeBron.
said
that doesn't make sense. That's what I'm saying.
Said the 2018
it was a work. They had a worse team.
When Primo said a year did not make that much of a difference.
I disagree with that.
And I'm bringing up clear examples of how a team got better in a year. That's you just being slow.
That's you addressing one point, and that's my disagreement. That's you addressing one point. Because he said he added to the Raptors. Because here's what you didn't want to do. You didn't address the whole point. That's why I'm mad at that. I agree. The East was better.
You interjected. That's what you're not paying attention to.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody get better year.
No, here's the thing. It's like saying the East in 2018 had come because LeBron was on the couch. That don't make sense.
You interjected as I was addressing the point.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't make the second point first. That doesn't make sense.
You can't criticize
like Philly
when somebody says something immediately that I
people
disagree with. You're gonna bring up points to disprove that. Then I'll get back to the point. Then I'll go back. Then I was gonna go back to the point.
They almost lost
about LeBron versus Kawhi's competition. But again, you interjecting in the conversation, crossed this 10-minute argument for no fucking reason because you were just wrong.
No, I wasn't. Okay, cool.
No.
See, this is the thing. I actually agree.
You're nasty.
He agreed
with
the
whole thing. The whole point I'm making. I don't
agree with you, Dub. You went crazy.
Everyone is saying I'm wrong. I'm not disagreeing with Dub's
It's okay to be wrong, Marz.
No, that's fine. I can be wrong. See, Dub. That is fine. That is fine. Because if I'm wrong when I agree with you, what would that make you, Dub? If I'm wrong when I agree with you, that would also make you wrong. It doesn't make sense. My whole point was if Primo's point was
the same chest you read.
If Primo's point was LeBron got through the Eastern Conference in 2018 and Kawhi got through the Eastern Conference in 2019, it wouldn't make sense to then bring up the team Kawhi Leonard was on. And like, yes, if you want to say you were making the initial point of the East got better in a year, that is cool. But my whole point was you didn't address Primo's whole point. And you're saying you didn't.
If you didn't,
what exactly am I wrong about?
If you didn't, you're wrong about with interjecting, bro. If you didn't interject, you wouldn't.
So your proof is I would have got to it, but because I interjected, you couldn't get to it, and that makes me wrong. Okay.
Yeah, it does, bro. It is what it is. Like, it is what it is. Like, that's what happens.
All right, cool. All right, cool.
Yo,
no.
Dub is the ultimate narrative bender. Yo, this guy is amazing. Yo, you're ill. No, top five. You're top five, bro.
If I'm running, right?
I wanted
Yeah, Dub, I'm going to respectfully disagree that you was going to bring up.
If I'm racing somebody.
Thank you, Marz.
And anyone who believes Dub was going to do that, that's on you. You know
where you was going yet. That's the thing.
Everyone knew where you was going. Everyone knew where you was going.
If I'm racing against Primo, right? And Marz B's like, stops me. Yo, you're not running right. So then I slow down. What the fuck? I'm gonna lose the race. What are we talking about?
Everyone knows you wasn't going to bring up. Oh well, Kawhi was
don't know, but you don't know.
Everyone knows, bro. Everyone knows. You know you weren't gonna bring that.
I was gonna bring it up. This is word for word.
You tried to say.
Okay,
it is.
You was gonna bring that up. Okay.
Hey, bro.
No, but Dub, just the eye test. I agree with like same thing like Tyson is saying. The responsibility versus like because you have to remember Kawhi had a great defensive team around him in San Antonio, and then when he got to Toronto, he was on a great defensive team as well.
Another good defensive team.
It wasn't like it was Kawhi that created the defense and then they just followed suit. No. They built a wall against Giannis, and then Kawhi became the point of attack defender at that point. But those points where Pascal was guarding Giannis, there was points where there was other guys guarding Giannis. You get what I'm saying? So the ability that Kawhi was able to be an on-ball defender was because his responsibility was minuscule, and it was brought down because he had other defenders versus LeBron. He had to compensate for a lack of defense. Shane Battier was not the same defender that he was in Memphis. Mike Miller was not a great defender. Mario Chalmers was a defender. So Norris Cole defender. Dwayne Wade, when he was healthy, good
Shane
defender.
Battier was a good
Once he lost his knees, it was chopped. So of course, LeBron's defensive responsibility to roam greatly increased, and you have to take that has more value than Kawhi being an on-ball defender because he had more backup. It's the same way that you do the thing with Kobe. Kobe's prime and peak, he had less help, but he produced way more versus LeBron in his peak.
And he had defense.
More help. You get what I'm saying? So
Kobe had D when
you was talking to me.
You defensive team.
I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't listening. I'm sorry.
This team wasn't good defensively as Kawhi.
I wasn't listening. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I wasn't listening. I'm sorry.
You're a nasty man. Nasty Dub.
Hey, bro,
you know you're nasty too.
I'm not nasty though.
This whole open gym is
the
nasty.
whole point. Kawhi
started with Junebug, bro.
Great defensive team.
Hey, bro, listen. Y'all acting like LeBron. Y'all acting like LeBron.
Never not had good
about a great defensive supporting cast as well, though. Like, what are we talking about?
That 2019 Raptors team is the best player of defense.
So name LeBron's other defensive help. Let's walk down the line. LeBron's defensive help throughout his career.
Oh wait, throughout his career? No, we're not talking about his peak.
Oh, his
Shane
peak.
Battier was a good defender on that team.
Shane Battier, D Wade, and even then, like you keep crapping on Chris Bosh.
Chris Bosh, I agree. Chris Bosh,
yeah, Bosh
was start becoming a good defender.
Shane Battier is starting to drag it, but it's cool.
Yeah.
Hey, Shane Battier was the point of attack defender.
Cool.
Defense, like I've said before, defense is based on reputation. Shane Battier, Dwayne Wade, they were not the defenders they were in previous years. By 2014, Dwayne Wade was not.
Wasn't. But he was like,
these were shot.
It's just peak. It's just peak though. So
yeah, but that's part of
LeBron's peak.
Right. Dwayne Wade wasn't the same defender, so like it's like defense.
And when D Wade wasn't the same defender, what happened? You just talked about LeBron James earlier.
Yeah, I think his defense wasn't that good in 2013 either. Dwayne Wade. But I agree. 2014 LeBron, his defense wasn't on the level. I agree.
And look, when his supporting cast wasn't on the same level, LeBron's
I agree with that too. I like 13.
Down too, man.
I agree.
Yeah, but the responsibility, No. You can't take away from the responsibility of it versus Kawhi not having the responsibility. What you're doing is that you're trying to conflate two arguments. You're trying to say the production and the responsibility are the same. They're not the same. LeBron had more responsibility, and when the other parts aren't working, yeah, you're gonna look bad as well. You're gonna look bad as well. If my other guys can't keep up with me, and I have more, I gotta cover more ground.
How is LeBron a better defender in your
Greg Popovich?
That's what I'm confused about. You're caping so much for LeBron. How is he a better defender?
No, because what I'm saying is no. Okay, so let me say this. Like I said, I think Kawhi is a better on-ball defender. He's a better on-ball. Kawhi is a better on-ball defender. I agree with you with that. Okay. However, the responsibility of Kawhi was to be an on-ball defender, and that's it. LeBron had the responsibility of being an on-ball and on a roamer. And he thrived more as a roamer than off. So
if somebody has more responsibility, wouldn't that?
As a roamer, he has more responsibility, more defensive coverage.
Would that make them better? Would that make them better though? If somebody has more, like, let's say if somebody has more responsibility,
versatility.
Somebody has more responsibility. Somebody has more responsibility. Wouldn't that make them better?
It would, but if you don't produce with the responsibility,
it depends what you better. See, Dub, that's your belief. Your belief is doing more.
Hold on, wait. Let me ask these questions. Wait, context. So LeBron James had the production because people say he got robbed, like DPOY. He's playing an extraordinary level at his peak. So he had the production. He was playing at an all-league defending level. So when you're comparing him with Kawhi Leonard, who even Kawhi was a better on-ball defender, right? They both performed at an elite level because LeBron has more responsibility. I'm not understanding why LeBron's just not a better defender.
No, so that takes energy, Dub.
No, Dub. You're conflating two arguments, my brother. Let me explain to you. What I'm saying is the production versus the responsibility. LeBron, as an on-ball defender, did not produce to the same level as Kawhi. However, his responsibility was not to be the on-ball defender the same way that the Kawhi was. So if they give you a task and Kawhi does it 10 out of 10, but LeBron does it, let's say 7 out of 10 for on-ball, right? Versus the roaming aspect where you have to put more value into because there's more responsibility schematically. That's what it is. I'm putting the value and the fact that his responsibility was more and he was able to produce at an elite level as a roamer. Now, that's why I said the two-way part. That's why I said we're having a conversation about the two-way part. So the two-way part is.
I just want to ask you about you word for word. I just want to ask you about the defense. You word for word said putting more value into like the roaming aspect, right? You said that word for word, right?
I disagree with that.
No. I said no. That you're trying to.
No, I heard you say it, so I want to understand you.
So let me. I got you.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is the responsibility for Miami with LeBron was that he was supposed to be the roamer, the free safety of that defense, correct?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put more stock into that versus Kawhi in his peak because the Kawhi did not have to cover all of the floor. He had to focus primarily on being the point of attack defender, correct? So I
just stick him on somebody.
And your responsibility you have to cover more stuff. You have to do more things on the floor versus Kawhi, who has more help. You have more people in your back line. You get what I'm saying? Versus LeBron had to be a primary blocker, like meeting people at the rim. So you know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
Facts.
Okay.
So how isn't LeBron a better defender? How isn't LeBron a better defender than Kawhi then?
He a better two-way player.
He's a better two-way player.
No, how is he a better defender by that logic?
No. But Dub, I agree with you.
You're making a very good case for LeBron being a better defender than Kawhi, but you're not going off of that cliff, and I don't get that. You said I'm putting more stock into somebody being a free safety.
No, what he's saying, he's using more energy to roam, so he can't just focus.
If Kawhi Leonard is a 10 out of 10 defensive on ball, what's LeBron James?
I said 7.
Okay, and if LeBron's a 10 out of 10 off ball, what's Kawhi Leonard?
Probably 7, because we don't know. We never seen him schematically be the roamer. We don't know what's his role as a roamer. We never see where he was usually used as a point of.
So you think LeBron and Kawhi Leonard are on the same level of defense?
No.
You just said, oh God, chat, help me out here because I'm confused.
I'm confused too with what brother's saying, but I don't think that.
No.
He's putting more stock into off ball, right? He's putting more stock into off ball. That's what he said.
No. I'm not putting
a guy who's a 7 out of 10 for on ball, on top of being a 10 out of 10 off ball into something that he values more. I don't understand how LeBron's not on the same
LeBron
level.
not a
Better.
10 off ball.
No, because here's my thing. Here's the thing. If we're comparing on-ball defense, right, and you value more on-ball defense, right? You value that. We're not going by my evaluation, my brother. I'm going against what you're going against. You
I'm just asking you. You could, but for the sake of this, I'll be like, you just cooked me context. You just cooked me context. I just want to know, by your way of thinking, how is LeBron not a better defender?
No, he's a better two-way player. He's a better two-way player than
you can argue that Brown was a better. You don't gotta back up off of that.
No, that's because I'm lost at what Dub is at. Because he's trying to your narrative bending. I see what you're doing, Dub.
These are your exact words.
No, listen. Okay,
listen. God, am I tripping right now? Or
no, I don't think you're tripping. You were saying that you value off-ball defense more because you're roaming and you're doing all these things more than all-ball defense. And then you gave LeBron a higher grade on off-ball defense, and then you gave vice versa grades that made it even. They both were at 17 out of 20 total, but you then valued off-ball defense more, so that will make LeBron a better defender in your eyes. So that's why
he can say that.
Dub is trying to clarify.
Oh, he's trying to see if I think overall LeBron is a better defender.
Did I explain that right, Doug?
Okay. I see. I get your point. My fault, Dub. I got thoughts in the sort of way that
he might prefer the off-ball defender.
So yeah, I think he's a better defender all around. However, I think Kawhi is the better on-ball defender. Okay. But I think LeBron is the better defender overall.
With your preference?
I disagree with that, but I understand now that I understand what you're saying. I mean,
I think Kawhi a better defender.
It makes sense, but I disagree.
But that's what I'm saying. So what do we? So what do y'all? The thing about it is that y'all put the impact on what Kawhi does the best, and you're saying that clears what LeBron's versatility. You're saying the strength of Kawhi, right? The strength of his on-ball defense clears the versatility of what LeBron does. Is that what I'm following with y'all?
I think
me personally,
Kawhi's on-ball defense is way better than LeBron's. I think if it's a 10 scale, then it's 10-5.
Or 10-5.
Yeah, I think Kawhi Leonard in his prime.
I think his
defensive
on-ball
prime, he's
some
a
of
far
the best.
better on-ball defender than LeBron James. I think LeBron James is a good opportunist.
But I get you.
He uses his athleticism. He uses his
IQ.
That's why I'm with you. That's why I said, and that's why I use the analogy of Ed Reed and Darrell Revis. That's why I said, what are we valuing? That's why I said to you, Dub, what are you valuing? Are you valuing taking away one side of the field?
I'm valuing Darrell.
So that's why I said, so you're valuing taking away one side of the field, canceling one side of the field versus having someone that can affect all of the whole field.
No, I got you, contest.
I just didn't know.
Deion Sanders.
LeBron doesn't do that at that level. He's a good off-ball defender, but he never gave, to me, only in certain moments, he never gave 110% on defense. He never dedicated his game to defense the way Kawhi
because of the offensive responsibility.
So I'm not gonna. Exactly, because it's offensive responsibility and what he had to do on offense. So Kawhi, to me, defensively just clears. That
But we see MJ do that.
I'm saying not to the level of
MJ,
Dub.
right.
Dub is making it. Making it like crazy. And I think LeBron also clears Kawhi by far on offense, even though you bring up efficiency and all this because of the offensive responsibility, the playmaking, and all these other things LeBron does on offense. He clears Kawhi hands down. So to me, he's the better player. Period.
Kawhi played 50 games and averaged 27 points, and then you'll glorify it. Like, look at his numbers. He barely been playing.
Fellas, I gotta get some new guys up here, man.
Oh, so. Dub, you not yo.
We've been up here for a while, bro.
No.
You and Marz go back and forth.
You argue for 25 minutes.
I'm going anyway.
Marz interjected, man. I mean, it is. Y'all
Marz
be easy,
right
bro.
though, Marz.
I know. I was right.
Good shit, Marz. Like the beam, man.
That's why I'm gonna sweep on Saturday. That's why I'm gonna sweep.
You gotta let.
Oh, bro. What is this? It's King of the Court, so it's like 1v1s, right?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know.
That was so funny, yo. The biggest shame of the Dame era in Portland was Aldridge signing with the Spurs. I think Dame, CJ, and Aldridge could have formed a championship offense. Defense still would be shaky, though.
Shaky is an understatement.
Defense wouldn't have been moving me. I'm not even gonna lie.
They're not winning with a defense like that.
They're cooking. Getting cooked. Dub isn't going to talk about Kawhi struggling against their elite defense teams like the Bucks and Warriors in 2019. Philly was also mid defensively in that Orlando series. Carries heavily. Dub chatting today, boy, shaking my damn head. Yeah, LeBron James struggled against the Indiana Pacers as well. He struggled against the Spurs as well. So, no, we could go tit for tat all day, baby. Marz just chilling during his football talk.
Yeah, I had no idea what was going on.
I'll explain it to you one day. You still haven't pulled up to Gridiron, and I'm upset about that. If Dame goes to the Knicks next year, do they have a shot to win it all? Would Dame even do that? I think he will only leave for a legit chance to win.
No, you have Julius Randle in the team. They're not winning. But Dame doesn't control where he gets traded to. If Portland decided, if a team offered the pick for Wembanyama, like let's say Houston offered the Wembanyama pick for Damian Lillard, Portland would still do that trade. Like, yes, they got love for Dame, but if they got offered Wembanyama for him, they'll send him to Houston with no hesitation. So it's not really up to him where he goes. As much as like Portland will be like, oh yeah, we're gonna respect Dame. If they get the right trade, they'll send him wherever they want.
Fire.
D
Wade or Harden, only basketball ability.
Dwayne Wade.
I still got Dwayne Wade. Like, no one gets me mad when people be like only basketball ability, or like when it be like only like game. It's still Dwayne Wade. I don't.
Yeah, but that's the people who say that, they're the people who be like, if you just go strictly off eye test and no accolades, then T-Mac's got to be in your top 10. That's those people. Like, they don't understand that eye test is more than just being able to hit pull-up jump shots and dribble between your legs and stuff. They don't understand that eye test is a lot more than that. But that's because they have a very primitive understanding of basketball and they don't actually know what they're watching. So it's fine. Shout out to them, though.
Marz is mad today. Yes, sir, Marz. I love this toxicity. Need more of this. Keep in mind, this only heated because Dub talking about don't interject on their show. What he mean is this: Holiday is a better on-ball defender than Giannis, but Giannis is the better overall, more valuable defender since he covers more ground size space, protects the rim, and switches. And LeBron is a better defender than Kawhi Leonard. Mo became a YouTube member. Appreciate you, Mo. And Dub, Jrue or Giannis, Kobe or AD, Tony Allen or Tim? I would go with Jrue. Then I would go with probably AD. And then I'll go with Tim Duncan.
I thought he was going to get crazy on that Tony Allen or Tim Duncan.
Tony Allen just couldn't be on the floor enough to see like how much his defense could have impacted the game because he couldn't score that well. So it's like it's hard to rank him because of that all time.
I hear that.
Shout out to our GOAT members, King J and Comatose. Appreciate you guys. It's just a click of a button away. And then just never forget that Tony Allen did lock up KD. Thank you for that, Jay Blay.
I lost the series.
I'm gonna look up as many people as I can right now. So bear with me.
Oh, Nigel's here. Hello, Nigel.
There we go.
Damn, Context Matters come straight back up. That's crazy.
Yeah.
There we go. Context.
Yes, sir.
Damn,
Everybody, before y'all go, please keep in mind we have 30 minutes left. So just keep in mind to let people talk. One mic. I know it's a lot of people in here, and I can't let anybody else up here in the chat. So it's all yours.
I just want to see what people think about the straw poll that came out today.
Bro, stop that shit. Jokic MVP, bro. I don't care. Stop it.
Is it more MVP talk?
I guess.
I just want to see what people think about the poll since it came
I haven't seen it.
I would like to say this. I think I know I said a couple weeks ago that it would be a pity MVP for Embiid. Nah. This man Embiid is freaking wilding out, and bro, if he wins MVP, it's not a pity MVP. That man deserves it.
Thank you.
I would say that.
So let me explain the straw poll real quick.
It
was Embiid had 790, Jokic had 788. Jokic had more first and third place votes, but Embiid had like 7 more second place votes. So he had 2 more points total. They barely had any 4th and 5th place. That one didn't matter as much. Then Giannis is behind by like 170 points or something like that, 160. So that's what that poll looks like. That means Brian Windhorst, who said on live TV he voted for Embiid, if he changed his mind tomorrow, Jokic will win. So that it's that close. I don't think a race has ever been within like 2 or 3 points like this before.
It's never been, not even close to it.
I'm taking Jokic any day of the week anyway.
I still have Jokic as my MVP, but I just don't.
Same.
I got Jokic. I mean, Embiid has put up a good case, and honestly, he really deserves it. But I think that Nuggets, that game, missing on that Nuggets game, I think it swayed me, and I'm like, damn, you should have stepped up on that more, but he didn't. So Jokic, I got to give it to Jokic.
Here, nigga, damn MVP is crazy.
Yes, Joel Anthony. What are you talking about? Joel Anthony was defensive on that team.
Oh my God!
I don't like how.
Look, we gotta stop this bullcrap that LeBron didn't have any help on the Heat, and he was the only defensive player over there. They were top 5 in defense every year. He was over
scheme.
Are you telling me that's just because of LeBron James?
I don't think anyone said that. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think anyone said that they were only top 5.
Somehow we got back to LeBron.
Nah, he was talking about how LeBron was so versatile and he was defending everyone and da. Like, bro,
I didn't say he was defending everyone.
We're not gonna do that. No, he wasn't.
Yeah,
bro.
no one ever said that, bro.
That's exactly what they said, bro.
Can we argue that LeBron's a better all-around?
He said he didn't have no help, and then just only said that it was Battier. Like, who else was there? It was more people there.
They weren't a top 5 defense in 2013 or 2014, but I still agree.
Yes, they were.
No, I'm looking at it right now.
Hey,
but let me go back and see.
That's tough.
Thank you.
So you're saying LeBron? So you're saying LeBron?
I do agree.
In Miami.
That's not what he said. No.
Can we all agree that Kawhi was just two-way and LeBron's all around? Like, is that a better argument?
I think that undersells what Kawhi was like off the ball, because I think if you remember, a lot of teams would end up just putting their stars in the corner because Kawhi was such a threat on ball. Like, and then also his screen navigation off the ball was still great. His pick and roll defense at that time was still at very high level. He had great hands in the passing lanes and on the ball, so he still had great off ball value. He was just the best on ball wing damn near all time.
Right, that's my point, Marz. The value was at on ball, correct?
Yeah, but
my question is, no one was questioning whether Kawhi was better than LeBron on defense. This is a two-way conversation. So this whole conversation about Kawhi is dumb to me. Like, LeBron's clearly a better two-way player. Let's move on. Like, what are we talking about?
That's what LeBron's all around.
LeBron's not the better two-way player, though. He's not.
Kawhi is strictly two-way.
Miami.
Kawhi clears. I mean,
so I got when you evaluate two-way players, put a percentage on how much you value defense and how much you value offense.
Thank you.
All of y'all love offense more than defense.
That's not
when you're talking about two-way players,
see what he's doing, Marz?
He's good at scoring and
so what's the percentage of defense versus offense when you judge two?
I would say 60 defense, 40 offense.
Wow.
There ain't no way that 10%.
Because you're talking about a two-way player. If you're going to talk about offense, you're not even going to mention two-way. What's the point of mentioning two-way if you're not worried about the defense?
No, but there's no way you think a 10% defensive value is going to outweigh the
who brought up offense though?
Listen, bro.
We have to two-way the whole time because we know the offensive gap is way larger. What are we talking about?
They've only been arguing the defensive side of the ball.
Don't do that. LeBron's the all-time leading scorer, but I guess the scorer.
Spit Marz.
I mean, LeBron has scored over Kawhi, but
the gap between
playmaking and passing over
LeBron better than Thank you. LeBron's a way better player. I think Kawhi gets 0.
Also, though, what Kawhi are we talking about, though? Because if we're talking about Clippers Kawhi, which is his peak offensively, the defense isn't the same.
Thank you.
LeBron,
Thank
yeah,
you.
LeBron's defense is just better.
Thank you.
What are we talking about?
My bad.
Kawhi's defense in
Hold on,
2014 was locking up LeBron James. Are we kidding?
Let Dub explain. Let Dub explain.
He slowed him down.
No,
He
I just
never
want to
locked
ask
up
this.
LeBron.
Hold on.
Game 5, locked
Yo,
him
yo,
up.
yo,
These
yo,
are
yo,
you.
yo,
Let Dub
yo,
explain.
yo,
Let Dub explain.
I don't want to be muting mics. I don't want to be muting mics, bro.
These are lies. These are lies, bro. So much of this is LeBron.
Hold on, football. I gotta mute you too. Yeah, when me and Marz try to control the room, please just allow us to control the room. Is this antisocial?
Yes.
Yo, antisocial was in the chat yesterday going at it with somebody.
Because they're trying to sit here and tell me Sabonis is a better playmaker than Dame, bro. Like that's just disgusting.
Oh, the dribble hand of Merchant. The dribble hand
yes,
of
yes. They lead the league in
Merchant is crazy.
Like, come on, man.
Am I lying?
That shit was just gross, bro.
His dribble handoff is elite, though.
Dribble hand of Kevin Hertz.
And I'm not one to use stats. I don't know.
Draymond got the dribble handoff
that.
block, though.
But
He's
if
the
y'all
dribble
know,
handoff kid.
It's Draymond, Sabonis, Jokic.
Yeah,
That's the dribble
right.
hand.
No one has Draymond in those conversations, though. No one has Draymond in
Draymond-
the top
Draymond's
playmaker
old.
conversation.
Mason Plumlee's
He's a
up there,
Dray-
too. I'm going to hold you. He's up
Yeah,
there.
he
too.
is. Yeah,
He's right there.
Yeah, but he's not. To me, Draymond's not a great playmaker. Like he's
Right,
good.
though. Right.
Yeah,
I
he's
wouldn't
good.
call him a top tier playmaker
Okay,
either,
good,
but
okay.
he does this. Not
He's
all
good.
the same, because I think Sabonis might be a better passer than Draymond for sure. But
That's a lot.
Like-
Draymond is a great playmaker. What is y'all talking
arguable. It's arguable.
I mean,
But I don't want to get
I
into
wouldn't
that.
argue
Draymond's a
it, though.
good
But
passer.
Sabonis
My point
passing
was-
off the move isn't really moving me. I'm not gonna lie.
I might take Draymond.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Sabonis passing off the dribble gets real rack. I'm not gonna lie.
I wouldn't argue you, Mars. Like literally, that's my.
But stand still passing. I think Sabonis.
Yeah, that's still, he got it. He got it.
Handoffs are
Yeah. If you want to say Kawhi's a better player or whatever, a better player than LeBron, cool. Just don't lie about the details about LeBron's game. That's my biggest. That's my.
Don't say cool to that.
Well, it's
Hey,
not-
Mark, what are you using to look at the Heat's defense in 2012 and 13? Because everywhere I'm looking, they're number 7-2.
That's not five.
Yo, just saying I wasn't
five.
calling Draymond a playmaker. I was just saying.
If you
didn't
comparing their games.
But
to
Draymond's
That's
the
all I was
point
saying.
though. But Draymond's the point.
Y'all arguing Kawhi better than LeBron?
Stop it, Mars. You're not. Stop.
That's nasty.
I see what you did. I see
I
what
mean,
you
there's only
did.
one time of Kawhi.
Is y'all arguing Kawhi better than LeBron?
Who's had the better defensive years, Kawhi or LeBron?
Tickets in the gym upgrade this.
That's tough.
People just don't know what.
Kawhi's defensive peak is better than
Who's had the better defensive years? That was my question.
Yeah, Kawhi.
I said Kawhi. If you want to argue,
2014 through 2017, Kawhi is better than any version of LeBron defensively.
Are we forgetting Game 5 of 2014 where Kawhi was really putting the work on LeBron James, bro?
I just said that. 2014.
Someone else was talking about how 2014 Kawhi wasn't a good defender. Oh, he didn't lock LeBron James up. I distinctly remember him locking James up.
I said he's
Locking up is
I
crazy.
said
Locking
he
up is actually he made his.
locked him up. Means LeBron.
He made LeBron
I need
work.
everyone to use their YouTube abilities and go see that man Kawhi put in work inside of that 2014 series. Regardless, Kawhi's defense clears LeBron James. I mean, I don't even know why we're talking about
Doesn't clear it.
If we're gonna argue somebody to go against
It's
Kawhi,
better. You
as a
can argue
defender,
it's better, but it doesn't clear, bro.
2017,
That's what's happening.
they
You
were
gotta
calling
see that the
Kawhi
defense
one of the
clear,
best
bro. How
defenders
does it
ever.
clear?
Like literally all-time defender.
I agree.
No,
But the
he's
issue
not.
is when we're using Kawhi's peak, 2017 valid. That's the only year of Kawhi's peak as a two-way player that is on all-time great defensive level.
Yes.
That's
yes.
the only year you can. You can't. 2020. You can't even get close to arguing.
2019,
There's very few years or periods.
argument, especially
if you want to argue 2019, that's fine. I would disagree, but you can argue it maybe. But 2017 is the only definitively all-time great defensive season.
Also, it's easy to be a peak defender and offensive player when you miss games consistently and able to exert that amount of energy.
Oh my
consistently in the
god!
playoffs.
Here we go with the missing.
You can discount it. You can discount it all you want, but it's a part of the game. That's why Kawhi doesn't get held
At
the
the
same
end of
standard
the
other
day,
people.
we're talking about talent, and I'm taking Kawhi's defense over LeBron
How
James'
does it not
defense
matter when
any
you
day.
exert
Kawhi's
How does it
always
not matter?
when you exert energy
Kawhi's
on
always
defense?
been protected though. Kawhi, like we can't argue. Kawhi's always.
I think it's just eye test. I can't believe that I don't know.
Thank
Maybe y'all seen
you.
something y'all
Thank
haven't
you.
known.
He's
This is a
always been
two-way
in a great
conversation.
position.
We're
He
talking
always had
about
help.
Kawhi versus
More.
LeBron James. What are we doing here?
Dub, you got a
What are we
decision
doing
to make,
here?
and who has to get
Wait.
removed.
I know.
I think everyone just
You got
loves
a decision
LeBron
to
James
make,
so
man.
much that they're automatically like, it's LeBron. Of course, it's LeBron. He clears him. It's LeBron, and that's just a
No,
lie.
LeBron's a better
Well, he
all-around player. Kawhi is a better two-way player.
Stop!
can
No,
do
that
it.
one doesn't make sense.
I can deal with that.
Kobe's a better
Hey,
defender than
hold
LeBron.
on, fellas.
Like, what are you doing right
Hold on, fellas. Let me get the room real quick. We have a supreme guest in the waiting room right now. So context, since you were here, before, I gotta, bring him up.
Yo, and let me, I'll pull up to Gridiron too. I'll pull up to Gridiron too. Stop playing.
You know football for sure. You do?
Yeah, he was cooking.
I got some for GD and Trent. I got some for GD and Trent. No, listen,
Ed Reed is better. Ed Reed is yeah, Ed Reed is better. Yeah.
Ed Reed is better. Can we talk about this?
Ed Reed
Can we
is
talk about
better.
it real quick?
Come on, man.
No, he's not. No, he
Probably
is
the
not.
greatest
He's not.
man.
Yo, W profile pic.
He's not the greatest safety ever.
Who is that?
Who is that? Who is that?
Yo.
No, Ronnie
That's
Lott
the
better.
person. That's the person who's handed me my only L.
This is the CIA.
Hey, what's good?
Oh,
good
yeah,
with
yeah,
you,
yeah,
man?
it's that one guy from.
Hey, but hey man, I gotta go with Dub, man. You could be a better all around player, but be not be the better two-way player.
So you think Kawhi's a better two-way player
I
than
mean,
LeBron?
that's always.
Exactly.
And my handles go James, so
I think the gap on offense is just bigger than the gap on defense.
It's way bigger.
I agree.
It's not. It's really not.
It is.
No, it is, but especially
Oh my god.
He brought himself back up.
especially when you look at what Kawhi's defense really was like in this second and third.
Oh
year.
shit! What the fuck?
There's two-way prime. I'm like, it's not moving me. I'm sorry.
Kawhi, he's not a better.
LeBron's just substantially better offensively. Like it's not even close.
Yeah.
It's not.
Kobe-
It's not an argument.
I really think
Okay.
Kawhi's never been
Who's a better two-way player? Scottie Pippen or LeBron James? Because this was
LeBron. I'd love to hear
Look,
that.
oh my god, it's hard to say because Scotty's defense clears.
that's why I'm asking.
I don't know. It's hard to say.
well, hey, here's the tricky part, right? How big's the gap on defense between LeBron and Kawhi?
Not that
About the same size the gap between LeBron and Pippen.
Well, the reason I'm bringing this up is because if the gap's not that big on defense, right? How big's the gap on offense?
Huge.
LeBron's
way better.
So you got one side of the ball where the gap's huge, right? And then on the defensive side, the gap's not that big. So how? In an argument, you could give it to LeBron.
It's huge on the Scotty side, but not on the Kawhi side.
The defense side is minimal. The gap is minimal, but then you go on the other side because we're talking two ways, right? And the other side, the offense is huge. I can see an argument where you say LeBron's a better two-way player, even though you want to, look at it as you got to include that defense, but the gap's not that big.
That's the point. Everyone is including
I don't know about that.
I think everyone up here has said Kawhi's a better.
How can you have LeBron? How can you have LeBron over MJ?
I mean, low key for me, I think
we're talking two ways, so you got to look at both sides.
MJ's a better.
MJ's by far a better.
MJ's a better two-way player than LeBron. For sure.
By far, like it literally doesn't come.
Guys, we're talking Kawhi. Hey, we ain't. Why we including MJ, man?
Yeah, I don't know about my.
Why we got to include MJ, man? We ain't talking
even though
MJ.
Michael's a better defender than LeBron.
Hey guys, I know LeBron's the only challenge to your GOAT, man. We ain't got to talk about that. We're talking about Kawhi right now.
No, he ain't.
No, I'm just saying we're talking two-way player.
I mean, Kobe's probably a.
Hey man, change the kid to split that one in there, huh?
Kobe or LeBron? Kobe or LeBron is a two-way player.
Kobe.
LeBron for peak.
I'm taking
Kobe has
Kobe.
more longevity, but LeBron for peak.
I'm taking Kobe.
When's Kobe's peak as a two-way player to Eugene, bud?
Does Kobe have more longevity?
Defensively.
I don't want to say 0-1
defense.
because that was just stupid. Let me go back and see. I say
because for me, Kobe's defense started to fall off post Shaq. but I think his offense elevated.
I
So
disagree.
if I had to say his two-way peak, I'd probably have to say
It probably 02 or
01.
Hey, LeBron's 2020 season is underrated defensively, bro. No one talks about that.
What were
Oh
the years,
my
Mars?
God. You talking about the AA
Hey,
tournament?
no one talks about that championship run with his defense, bro.
What were the years again, Mars? From what to what?
I said 01.
Hey, y'all gonna be mad at me, but I did see LeBron guard up Jimmy Butler, man. I would say that.
Jimmy Butler was Jimmy Butler.
Hey,
don't say no. Because Jimmy
I didn't include
hey.
2000s. I think Kobe's offense just wasn't
right.
Hey, LeBron in year 18. You guys talking longevity, bro? LeBron in year 18, bro, had one of the best defensive ratings in the league. So I mean, we gonna talk about longevity. You gotta include that. He had a defensive rating 106, bro, in year 18, bro. Name me another player that was doing that. Doing that while carrying the offensive load. Hey, name me another player in year 18, bro, that carrying the offensive load, bro, like that, and had a 10006 defensive rating. I'll wait.
But nobody's arguing.
Nobody's just thinking about
arguing like LeBron's longevity is better than Kobe.
I don't know who said it. Someone said it.
Someone's being nasty.
LeBron has the best longevity.
I was going for 2 hours strong, bro. I'm tired, bro.
I think even if Kobe's defense and offense peaked at the
That'll
same
be
time,
the break all that
LeBron
screaming he was doing.
That's tough. That's tough.
Ron was playing good defense
Kobe
in
defense in 06.
That
might be
close.
That could damn near be maybe the best player of all time.
It'd be like MJ level.
06, right? We're talking about 06, Kobe 06, right? 06, 07.
Yeah, 06, he
was not playing defense.
I agree. The defense was.
He's saying if you
2000 Kobe defense in 2006, you'd be arguing he's damn near the best player.
Yes.
If he had good defense,
that's Jordan. That's what Jordan.
He was going stupid offensively though. He was putting up like. Him and Dwayne Wade was going crazy that year, I'm pretty sure.
Hey, man, what we really got to talk about, man, I ain't trying to blast nobody, but TicketTV is turning to conspiracy TV, bro.
And LEEF is right behind
I mean,
him.
he's starting to look like ancient aliens on History Channel over there, bro.
What happened? I don't know what happened.
Bro, I'll be on that show lately, bro. Everything conspiracy. Oh, man, LeBron never injured his foot, bro. You know, he was always ready, bro. Like everything conspiracy thing is scary, bro. Everything.
How many years does LeBron have as his peak defensively?
5.
I would say
09 to 2014.
3 or 4.
Well, 09 to 2013.
And I feel like those years of defense.
At 2020, just at 2020.
Those little
years 7 years later, Dub. I
would add it.
Nasty.
Y'all ran with it, bro.
I agree. That was
Wait, is that not more years than Kobe?
Kobe's peak defense 99 to 03.
No,
99. Okay.
So it's about the same amount.
I think LeBron.
I'm still taking Kobe.
Was his last 3 years.
Was Kobe a better defender
Kobe
on that
longevity
second three-peat Laker? I mean, not three-peat, two-peat Lakers, or was LeBron a better defender when he won with Cleveland?
I'll go with Kobe.
LeBron.
You guys think 2016 LeBron is better defensively than 2009 and 2010 Kobe?
Y'all crazy.
These niggas are tripping.
I don't remember too much. I gotta go back and watch.
I don't agree with that.
Kobe was still a great defender in 010.
I think by the time
he was still a great defender, but remember he had two big men. He had two.
No, I agree. I'm saying Kobe was better than LeBron. I'm saying that's
2016 LeBron was passing too much, bro. He wasn't worried about
17 was when he started.
He worried about being the best.
You can maybe still make the argument.
You
for
really
16. I think 17 and 18 is when it was falling.
Hey, y'all want to talk about
2016? I think he was still a positive, but I think Kobe.
First of all, 18 LeBron is GOAT.
He was better than like 06 and 07 for sure.
18 LeBron is what?
Is GOAT.
So what was his so Marz, let me just ask this: What was Kobe's defensive responsibility in 09, 010, and
best playoff run of all time, bro?
2009, 2010, he wasn't used as a point of attack defender.
Most 40-point playoff games ever, most game winners ever. Was on the worst playoff team ever. Carried them to the finals. Played the number one defense in the Celtics.
Wait, are you talking about the late?
Hold on. Let Marz say this.
Yeah, Phil Jackson often used him if he was playing, like, for example, let's say they were playing a 2-3 zone, he'd be in the bottom, like, right side. He'd be on the back of the zone. He'll play weak side. he'd often rotate towards the rim. He'll close out play. He'll split the gap between the wing and the corner. That's how he'd be played. He wouldn't be used as a point of attack. In the fourth quarter of games, Kobe Bryant would probably go on the best offensive player. In a tight game, that's what he would do. But for the most part, he'd just be playing weak side defense for the most part. But I still think it was like a 7.5 AR.
Hey, fellas, I got some super chats to get off, so give me 1 second. DHO dumps off to Steph. Draymond, I'm guessing.
Dribble handoff dump offs to Steph does not make you a great playmaker. Relating to Draymond.
Yeah, he's talking about. There we go. How can you be a better two-way player, but not the better overall player? People who say Kawhi must think. While also think that Kawhi peaked higher than LeBron.
This is what I said at the start of the show.
Yeah, and that's why I need everybody to understand something. When people usually think of two-way, they give more credit to the defensive.
Gotcha.
It's like 65. It's like 65 to 60% defense, and then the rest is offense. That's why when they say this guy's been a two-way threat, that's why even though he's not a better overall player. Go ahead.
I got one question. Based on that, who's a better defender? Better two-way player? Klay Thompson, Pete Klay Thompson, whatever you want to pick, or 2016 Draymond Green.
Oh shit.
Klay Thompson.
It's definitely Klay Thompson.
Because for me, it's so clearly Draymond Green.
It has to be Draymond. What are we talking about?
Draymond Green.
Mars. It's recently Draymond was bugging in 2016. He was bugging.
He was positive offensively and cleared defensively.
Mars, can you end the show? Can you end the show in like 10 minutes? Because I gotta go.
2019 play was better than 2016.
Then let me know when you finish because we gotta do that thing.
I don't think there's any version of Clay that's better than 2016.
2019. I'd love to hear how 2019 Clay is a better two-way player than 2016.
I'm lost. Yeah.
I keep thinking of two-way I keep thinking two-way is you on both sides. Like you guys keep thinking. Like that's where it's confusing for me. It's like when you guys keep saying two-way, you guys keep putting so much value on defense, but not including the offense.
Thank you, go. So, Marz, let me ask you this: what percentage are you doing as far as two-way? What are you holding on to as far as the percentage, offense and defense?
For me,
two-way should be 50-50 in my eyes.
When I view two, like
it's not called one-way.
Two-way to me is just how good you are. Like it's your overall summation of value. But I understand that's not how people do it. So if I was going to do it like the way most people do it, it should just be 50-50.
Agreed.
Offense and defense. Yeah, I don't get you. I can't talk value in defense more. And then it's like, is Tony Allen a better two-way player than Trae Young?
That's crazy. That's correct.
No.
And I know,
but I get your point.
It's just a point I'm making. It's not. I'm not saying let's have a debate. I'm just like,
no, I get your point.
Back to the brother who said that 2018 LeBron was the greatest.
Who's in the car?
Oh yeah, it's LeBron ever though.
That's hella cap.
I could go over it with you, bro.
Wasn't he like dog water defensively that whole year? And one of the reasons why the Cavs
I think 2013.
The Cavs as a team were ranked 26 defensively. They were one of the worst defensive teams. He was, but hold on. He was, but that run, he had the most 40-plus point playoff games ever. He had the most game winners ever. He carried the worst playoff team ever. Kevin Love averaged 13 points per game on the team. LeBron James, LeBron averaged 35 points per game going to the finals. That's the biggest gap between the leading scoring team and the second leading scoring team since 1964. He's the only player since MJ in a 30-year span to win a series with the second best player averaging 11 points per game. He's the only player to do that since MJ. It was about a 35-year gap there. I mean, I could keep going on. I can keep doing that. I keep going and going, bro.
He was.
No. We're not doing that.
Bro, really? That's how you know you took an L on that argument, bro. Did he win?
Did he win?
No, he didn't. But that's how you know you take an L, bro. No one's picking that team to beat the Warriors with 2 MVPs in their prime, 4 All-Stars, and a Defensive Player of the Year. When his second best player is Kevin Love, bro. Come on, now.
What year was it?
That's a horrible one.
What year was it that MJ did the 11 points per game thing?
I forget what year it was, but I think I read it was like within a 30-year gap. It was like MJ was the only other player to do that.
Okay, interesting.
It was in the 80s, though. It was in the 80s, though. I know that. I know it was in the 80s.
So it wasn't in the finals, right? Okay.
No, it was in the playoffs.
No, it wasn't one. It wasn't
LeBron for
one of those.
Only couple LeBron got beat.
Because it was 30 years. That was 2018. So 30 years from 20. 88. So it was
I don't know who this is in the bottom
it's
left, bro.
probably,
LeBron fans do this all the time. They diminish the whole team. Like, they diminish the whole entire team, forgetting the fact that,
it's not diminished the team, bro. That team was trash, bro. How's that diminished? And the city trash was trash.
That they got to get through, though.
They do
You're
it with
trying to
Michael
make
and Kobe.
seem like, hold on.
For anyone who was interested, it was 1988 against Cleveland.
Yeah, it was 88.
People like to talk about competition, but they feel good team.
I'm saying, but y'all act like LeBron beat them. Y'all act like LeBron was out there on that court beating them 5-on-1. That's just what makes me mad. Like,
I can't hear you.
Their score was 11 points. I mean, they obviously had to do more than score. They had to defend. They had to shoot as well. We're not just gonna act like LeBron was out there. Okay, 5-on-1 carrying.
LeBron did it by himself, but he did the majority.
Hey, LeBron had to score the most 40
you
plus
can literally say that about any
and not only
team.
that, he had scored the most game winners to go.
But no, you cannot. That's
Think about
the
it.
point.
No other player did what he did. That's what it took to get them there.
One player on the team that does majority of the work. It's somebody who's going to outweigh the most of everyone else. Come on now.
Yeah, that's what we said.
Exactly.
And he carried. And he had
That's the point.
and he had more work than any other player ever.
He carried the bulk.
He would drive. He was the CEO. He was the CF. He was doing everything, bro. He was in the warehouse. He was picking up the boxes. He was doing everything in that playoffs.
Michael Jordan was running it with his squad. He had.
Nobody said that.
Bro, in 2018, Bron was running with
breaking
Jose
up. I don't know what's up with connection, bro.
Like, he was running with his point of attack of defenders was IT, G Hill, Jose Calderon. Like, he had terrible. Like, what are you talking about?
Let's not disrespect the free throw leader.
Bro, stop acting like they was just trash. They had to be some type of good to get them there. It wasn't just LeBron. We understand that his teammates wasn't world renowned. Y'all do the same thing with the 06 finals. Y'all like, oh yeah, LeBron went through the whole entire East and killed everyone, and it was just him and 4 other scrubs. Like, no, bro.
No, I think 2018 is a valid argument to say it was basically LeBron. 07, I agree. I think the team.
I wouldn't say it was basically LeBron because
2018, I would say
he was the only consistent factor. Thank you. He was the only constant factor.
Kevin Love wasn't
like,
bro.
Richard Jefferson wasn't getting playing time. Will Smith wasn't playing
It wasn't
well.
even like they were providing defense for him. So it's like in 2007 there was a defense that the team played good defense.
I could argue.
So in 2018, LeBron team was full of bums, and it was just him hooping. That's what I'm hearing.
What I said was 2018. I'm giving.
I mean, you can say that for any player in NBA.
I'm just saying that answered my question. It's a simple question.
No team does anything with one player. That's impossible.
Okay, but that's how y'all making it seem, though.
But we're not saying
like
we keep saying that. That's not what we're saying, but that's all you want to hear. What we're saying is that LeBron had more responsibility than Kawhi. He had Jrue. You can't talk and listen at the same time, bro. That's why you don't understand what we're saying. You talking and listen. You can't listen and talk at the same time. What we're saying is that LeBron had more responsibility than Kawhi. That's all what we're saying.
Okay,
because of the teammates, I had better teammates than LeBron. What are you not understanding, bro?
What I'm saying is, do you not understand that you can apply that to every single team, every single finals team, every single championship team? There's always one person that does more than someone else.
Yeah, but there's levels to it. Like,
okay, he did it at a higher level. Okay, cool. Is that the point that you're trying to make? That he did it better than
the point is, LeBron had the largest burden of any player on a finals team. Damn near ever. That's the point. He's the only person who's had to carry a large burden. No, that he's had damn near the largest.
Hold on, Mark.
We're not comparing LeBron in 2018 to 2001, Allen Iverson.
Yes.
When you look at that Cavaliers roster in 2018, they had some good players on that roster. It was the player. It was just that the players. No, hold on.
Good by name value or good in terms of how well they played?
That's what I'm saying. We're going off the eye test. We're not talking about the name value.
We understand name value was ass. There was no good names over there. I mean, besides,
I'm not going to hear about
Let you explain.
Yeah. So I'm saying name wise, yeah, they had good players. No, did it work? No. Did they play good? No. But the reason why they didn't play good because the players that they had didn't fit well with LeBron James. They had majority of the players that they had were. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, LeBron James,
LeBron James worked best around spot up shooters, people he can pass the ball around to get to playmaking. I don't really remember any of that on the 2018 team. Maybe I'm tweaking. Was Kyle Korver still over there? Bringing OD Wade? I don't know.
D Wade got
traded. J.R. Smith, George Hill,
spot up
Jose Calderon.
I think Rodney Hood.
Jeff Green.
Yeah, Rodney Hood. He got traded. Yeah, he got traded there.
Larry Nance, Tristan Thompson, like
Jordan Clarkson.
The team wasn't like good, but it had people who fit with LeBron. You had Lob Threat and Larry Nance and Tristan Thompson. The dirty work guys in those two. They had spot up shooters with J.R. Smith, Kevin Love, George Hill, Rodney Hood.
They just weren't performing. That's the thing. They weren't. J.R. Smith he was shooting terrible that whole year, bro.
Besides the Toronto.
Clarkson, yes.
They'll probably be a 6 or 7 seed if they play the whole year.
But yeah,
that's like the worst team.
I just don't. I agree that the team wasn't like I don't know. It's the worst team I've seen make the finals. I don't know if you could think of a team.
That was ever.
The 0-1.
The 0-1 were actually a good defensive team. Offensively, they might be more limited than the 2018 Cavs.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm taking that 2018 team over the 0-1 team, bro. That's just me.
Clear.
I think the 2018 Cavs beat the 0-1 Sixers, but I just think that's because of
facts.
No, hold on. 2018.
I don't think they're a better team. I don't think they're a better team at all.
Neither do I.
Who did LeBron have to fit him today? Was fit Allen Iverson like being in the paint and being that type of presence? Who on the Cavs was like that valuable?
Let's not
disrespect Tristan Thompson now. Let's not do that.
You see,
and context was just over here really advocating for Kevin Love not too long ago. Now he's
who's advocating for Kevin Love?
You were just talking about how good he was, how cold he was coming off that Timberwolves team. You had me looking.
I never said that. I never brought up K-Love. What are you talking about?
No, not today.
Kevin Love being good in Minnesota.
No.
He was good in Minnesota. I don't understand. I never brought him up.
Not today. Context. 2 streams ago, you was really advocating for Kevin Love, bro. Talking about how tough he was defensively when he joined that Cavs team. That he had just came off of being cold at the Grizzlies. You was doing that, bro. Don't make
Kevin Love coming off the grid. What are you talking about, bro?
Bro, you said Kevin Love coming off the grid.
You're comparing 2014 to 2018.
I never, bro. You got me saying somebody else. I never said Kevin Love was a defensive dynamo, bro. I never said that.
I got you.
Kevin Love has never been.
I have a super chat I need to read, and then we have to get out of here because time constraints. Nobody talks about how LeBron faced 0 first-team NBA players to reach the 2018 finals. Is that unheard of?
Thank you.
I wouldn't know. I do. It probably is unheard of. It probably. I mean, the 2017.
They number one.
I don't know.
They
who was the best player he played?
What was it? Westbrook, Harden.
That's the best player he probably played in that whole playoff. Was probably Jason Tatum or DeMar DeRozan.
No, he was Victor Oladipo, but we're basically at 2.5 hours. So he was all NBA like 13. But yeah, I have to end the show.
Victor Oladipo's crazy.
I think Ticket versus the World is up next. So if anyone has gripes with Ticket, that's your place to go do that.
I'm cool.
I ain't going up there.
My pressure's already high, bro. I'm cool, bro.
But we'll be back tomorrow.
Jalen Green. You already know.
Jalen Green.